What is going on, Headliner Nation? Week 6 live show, and we're switching it all up on you, right? It's going to look a little bit different on your screen, and that is okay. Don't adjust the screen. We got our boy Chris Kennedy in the house with us tonight. Chris making one of his in-season live show debuts here on YouTube. And then I also had to include Jaden. Jaden is now my 13-year-old son. It's his birthday today, and he wanted to sit in on a live stream. So everybody in the comment section, tell him happy birthday, because he's actually going to let it flow here in a little bit. We're going to have him with the helmet on. But Kyle, Chris, it's week 6. Are we ready to talk some fantasy football?
Am I supposed to sing happy birthday now or later?
Not yet. Let's let more people get here.
As early and often as possible.
Yeah.
Chris,
exactly.
Are you going to sing with me? You've got the voice.
We're going to have a duet. We're going to have the harmony going. It's going to be beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Welcome, Jake.
I don't know if I agree with that. I did not sign up for that.
You don't want us singing happy birthday to your 13-year-old son? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, does he want it? He said no. He said no. He said he doesn't want that.
He's not old enough to make that decision yet.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. All right, well, we're going to get into some football questions. There's a lot of things going on, like usual, right? I mean, it's week 6, but it feels like we've been doing this for like 15 weeks by now because our teams are hurting. We got players that we're used to starting on bye week. We got some tough matchups for some studs this week, but we're going to do our best to give as much information we can here over the next hour and a half or so. So if you got nothing else to do on your Saturday evening, make sure you hang tight, hang out with us here for the next couple hours. We got you taken care of. Kyle's even got the sunglasses on already. No do-rag tonight, but, he's got the backwards hat. I mean, Chris over there looking like a professional golfer still. But you know what? We're all things football here for the next couple hours.
I have to do the hat because Comcast ruined my day. I've been on the phone with them for like 4 hours today. If you're out there and you have Comcast, you should drop them. They're awful. They suck. And if for some reason I'm lost on this live show, it's because I'm using the hotspot on my phone to run my computer right now because they can't fix their crap.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Just as a precursor here before we get too far into it, if for some reason Kyle's internet decides to just take a dump midstream, I'm going to have to scramble to get a duo screen up for just me and Chris. So if it happens, y'all just be patient with us. You guys want to start firing off some fantasy football questions, though?
Let's get it.
No.
I'm kidding. You know what? Yes, of course. I have one more thing I want to do before we get into it, because I know a lot of questions are coming in. But we have a member of Headliner Nation that needs a shout-out. Going through some tough times. Actually, somebody who Kyle and I met during our meet and greet in Indianapolis. Michael Watring is somebody who we got to hang out with for a couple hours. Going through some tough times right now. And everybody, I just want to make sure I send him out some well wishes from myself, from Kyle, from Chris, anybody else out there that I'm not sure you've probably seen his name in the comment section at times. He's just needing a little bit of help right now. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And Michael, we're thinking of you. But I wanted to make sure I put that in the beginning of the video also.
Get well.
That's
and
right.
Get
Absolutely.
back here.
Absolutely.
All right,
Actually,
Kyle.
technically, I think he is here watching, but
He probably is watching. I hope he's watching. Hi, Michael. All right, Kyle, let's start hitting some fantasy football questions.
Oh, fantasy football questions, of course.
Yeah,
the very first one is going to come from Ray Bot. What's going on, Ray? At tight end, who should I start? Higgins, Ebron, or Schultz?
Well, we have the tight end whisperer with us tonight. So
he's right here.
So give him the whisper.
Ebron is my highest ranked tight end of those three. That's who I'm going with. A little bit boomer bust, but hey, no Deontay Johnson.
Okay, perfect. I mean, like you said, I don't know if there's an option there that is not somewhat boomer bust. Schultz, I mean, has had some good games, but how is he with no Dak Prescott? How does he perform with Andy Dalton? Does Andy Dalton just lock on to Michael Gallup like he did last week? Just something to pay attention to.
And then also, as a flex, Cooks, Ingram, White, or Higgins? I feel like he meant to put Higbee instead of Higgins for tight end, and now Higgins for flex.
That's entirely possible. What does your gut tell you, Kyle?
I don't know. Chris, what does your gut tell you?
So for me, I know the Tennessee defense has been pretty tough, but I do like Brandon Cooks this week. I mean, that offense without Bill O'Brien calling the shots has certainly been, performing at a higher level. So I'm going to go with Cooks there in the flex, but I do love for that tight end spot. I like Eric Ebron going against the Cleveland defense.
Yeah, I mean, good call on no more Bob in Houston, right? No more Bill O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that offense can continue to make strides here as the season progresses. Absolutely.
The Recovery 716. Yo, what's going on? Been anticipating the show tonight. Who do I start at my flex? Kirk, Freeman, or Evan Ingram? Also, who do I start at QB? Cam or Goff? Me personally, I'm going with Kirk at the flex. I like his upside this week.
I think Kirk maybe has the higher upside. I think maybe the safer floors, maybe Devonta Freeman, but do I love it? Not really. I mean, I think Christian Kirk has a solid opportunity at some extra points here this week.
Yeah, I like Kirk as the flex option there. I love Freeman as a high upside pick though, and at quarterback, I'm going to go with Cam.
Of course you are. You know why you're going to go with Cam? Because
he's the
plays
better
for
play.
The Patriots,
and he's the better play.
But to each his own.
Ing the Gamer throwing out a 10 bomb. Appreciate you, man. Pick 2 wide receivers and 1 flex out of Woods, OBJ, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson, full PPR. And he says, happy birthday, Jaden.
Oh, happy birthday.
For me personally, I'm going to roll with Woods, OBJ, and AJ Brown here.
I don't hate that. I think it's hard, right, with Justin Jefferson, because last week we wanted to trust Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen just took all of it. And it's such a good matchup this week going up against Atlanta. It's hard to sit Justin Jefferson, but yeah, Woods, OBJ, and Brown. I think OBJ is maybe a little bit more riskier. Maybe Jefferson has a slightly safer floor, but the higher ceiling may still be OBJ.
Yeah, for me, I have in this order Woods, AJ Brown, and then I have Justin Jefferson just over Odell Beckham, but I can't hate on the Odell Beckham pick.
Yeah, not at all.
All right. Cave Vath. Chris is in the house.
That's right. What?
Pump it up, Chris. Bobby Trees, Terry McLaurin, Hollywood Brown, Jameson Crowder. In a 1 PPR, we've got to sit one of them. That's a tough one.
I mean, here's the thing. We love Terry McLaurin, right? But It's just not lining up. There's a lot more risk, I would say, with Terry McLaurin this week, but he's been burning some tough coverage all year long.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see it continue, but I think maybe when you look at the risk-wise, that maybe he has a little bit more risk than the other 3 there with Bobby Trees, Hollywood Brown, and Jameson Crowder.
If I had to sit one, I'm going to play Woods, and I'm going to play Jameson Crowder, especially with it being a full PPR. And then it's between Hollywood Brown and Terry McLaurin. Who do you think has the better upside? I think Terry McLaurin has the possibility of more targets, which to me in a PPR, I lean that way just a little bit.
Yeah, and Terry McLaurin's got a really tough matchup against the Giants' James Bradberry, who's been playing out of his mind this season. So that's and where he should be shadowing him all week. I'm going to say McLaurin's probably going to be the bench right there.
Big Tizzy. Oh, of course. Now I've scrolled all the way down. There we go. Big Tizzy. Should I trade Galladay and McCaffrey for AJ Brown and Dalvin Cook? That's a big no for me.
No.
Nope.
Not at all.
Right there.
Nope.
No. I think I know what he's trying to get at. He's trying to get something back a little bit sooner than McCaffrey without totally sacrificing the wide receiver position. But Dalvin Cook out this week on a bye next week. Yeah. No, at this point, I just hold off. I mean, it's not like you're getting a for sure, a savior of a pick there.
Lucas and Dahl, would you trade CEH and Thielen for Josh Jacobs and Terry McLaurin in a PPR league? Yeah, I would do that. I'm fine with that.
I'd be okay with that.
I don't hate it, even though everybody wants to call me out as a CEH hater, which I'm really not. I never was. Just because I said don't draft the guy in the first round, everybody thinks I'm a hater, but... No, I definitely go after Josh Jacobs there if I can get him, because Terry McLaurin, like we just talked about, he's been burning great defense all year long.
Corvette Foster 40 throwing out the 10 bomb. Appreciate you, Corvette. Hey guys, trade question. Full PPR, 12 team. He's 1-4 right now. He was offered. Offered trade. I get. So he's getting Thielen for CEH. He would still have Madison, Edmonds, Freeman, Gordon, and Chubb on IR. Yay or nay? For me personally, I think I'd rather have Thielen over CEH, but then it leaves your running backs in an absolute mess, so I would wait for right now.
Yeah, I mean, the depth there, it's cool to have Madison for this week, then he loses a lot of value. Edmonds still going back and forth with Drake. Everybody wants to crown Edmonds the The backfield, whatever Kyle is laughing at cannot be good.
Oh boy.
Freeman, he still plays for the Giants. I mean, let's limit expectations a little bit there. The ceiling's not going to be that high. Gordon's having some off the field issues, not going to play this week for an illness. Chubb's on IR for the next 4 or 5 weeks minimum. Yeah, I probably just hold on to CEH there because they're still going to use him. He's just not going to be getting 20, 25 touches a week.
And also, when you think about fantasy football in general, the running back position is the most volatile position in football. You want as much depth as you can get. So I'm holding on to CEH right now.
Perfect.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're going through those super chats right now. So if you leave a super chat, we will get to it. Just make sure you stick around and you watch in case it takes us a few minutes. Not only that, but we will let it flow. But we got to get quite a few likes in here. I'm thinking we've been doing 900. I think we lower it a little bit because I want to see Jaden let it flow sooner.
I want to see him in a helmet. So let's see if we can get it to. We want to do 800 likes tonight, Kyle. 800 likes. And we'll put the helmet on.
As soon as we get 800 likes, JaCrispy Jr. is going to let it flow.
JaCrispy Jr. I would so flip you off right now if my son wasn't sitting next to me.
Well, this is the reason I say that because Anna says, who is taller, JaCrispy Jr. or Chris?
Oh, it's got to be JaCrispy Jr. I'm a whopping 5'8", 160 pounds, soaking wet.
He's nearing 5'10", and he's just turned 13 today. So
all right, yep, I lose. Hands down.
Anna, that was an excellent question. Probably the best one of the night.
But here's the deal, though. I'm going to call you out on live internet. Yesterday, Chris played Jaden in Madden and beat him 73-16. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was child abuse. I walked away, and he was down like 7. I came back, he was down 50, and I'm like, I don't even know what happened.
I failed him.
He failed me. He totally failed me.
But to be fair, before that, Jake had beaten me in Madden, so that was the only way I could feel good about myself was beating a child in a video game.
Yeah,
which
perfect.
I did handedly.
He just wanted to get all of his anger out for losing to him.
Yeah, it's true. So Jaden, thank you, Jaden. I appreciate you.
Oh man. Eric Cruz is tossing out a 10 bomb. Appreciate you, Eric. He says, "Happy birthday, Jaden. Your dad is the okayest." Okay, wow. Coolest. All right. Traded Claypool for Gibson. Was it good? I don't mind that deal. I don't mind it. I think I'd rather have Gibson, especially if you need some running back depth.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I don't hate that either. Absolutely. It's some decent running back depth.
Gabe Rydell, pick 2 in a full PPR. Mixon, Montgomery, Taylor, and Trees.
Full PPR, I think we got to put Bobby Trees in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Bobby Trees has got to be there. So that leaves us between Taylor, Montgomery, and Mixon. Let's see.
I have Taylor ranked the highest right now.
They all have tough matchups. It's not like any one of them is a cakewalk by any means. I think Taylor probably may be the next safest option.
Oh, I'm gonna take Taylor's against the Bengals defense that's allowing 131 rushing yards per game right now.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if
they got to give him the ball, though, Chris. They got to give him the ball because 13 touches a week isn't going to cut it.
Naheem Hines is not the answer.
If they take out the Browns game, how many rushing yards a game have they given up?
7.
Moving right along, Francisco throwing out a donation. We appreciate you, Francisco. Anna, we appreciate you again for that question. That was awesome. Vic Wavy, CeeDee Lamb or Cooper Kupp for wide receiver 2. I've got Cooper Kupp higher this week.
Yeah, I mean, I like both of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against either one of them. I think Kupp's a little bit higher for me too.
Yeah, yep. I have Kupp as a top 10 wide receiver this week.
Yeah.
Ian Mason, should I start Kenyon Drake or Mecole Hardman in a full PPR? I'm 1-4. I'm playing the last place guy, 0-4-1, and really need a good win. I'm going to go with Drake here. Mecole Hardman, yeah, he probably has more upside, but it's either going to be him or Robinson as that wide receiver too. And I think if you start Hardman and he does absolutely nothing and you could have gotten at least 15 points from Kenyon Drake, you're going to kick yourself in the back end later on.
I mean, I love you for giving Kenyon Drake 15 points at this point. I still think he's the safer option. Everybody hates Kenyon Drake, and I get it. He's underperformed, but I do think he's still slightly safer than Mecole Hardman, because if Mecole Hardman doesn't go out there and get a 50-yard touchdown, at some point throughout the game. More than likely, you're looking at 2 catches for 15 yards or something like that. So, yeah, I still think Drake's slightly safer.
Yeah, I'll take a team's RB1 over another team's wide receiver 3 any day of the week.
Ginger Fit Dad, Matt Ryan or Drew Brees the rest of the season? I mean, I was going to do my rest of the season rankings here this weekend, but, Comcast happened.
Yeah.
Or didn't happen, actually.
That happened. I mean, is it crazy to say that maybe Brees is going to be slightly safer if Michael Thomas returns here pretty soon?
Yeah, I'd probably take Brees to be on the safe side.
Which is crazy because I love Matt Ryan and all the weapons.
Yeah, I think it's neck and neck, but when Michael Thomas does return, as long as he gets out of his own head and he's not so crazy, I think that Drew Brees could be right there.
And Drew Brees didn't just have a new head coach take over either. Who knows what the Falcons game plan exactly will look like moving forward. So,
yep.
If you disagree with me, you're stupid. What's going on, man? Appreciate you being out there. Keep up the great work. Montgomery or OBJ in a full PPR? I'll take the upside of OBJ this week.
I lost it. What were the options? I missed it.
OBJ or David Montgomery.
Yeah, give me OBJ.
Yeah, I'm going with OBJ too.
Kevin Romero. Oh my God, this kills me a little bit. Should I start Beasley over T.Y. Hilton or T. Higgins? We'll get to the part that kills me in a second. Where's John Brown at? I haven't seen anything today.
Last I heard is he was still limited with the hamstring injury.
Okay. If John Brown is out, I'm going Cole Beasley over Hilton or Higgins. If John Brown does play, I probably go Higgins over Beasley unless it's a full PPR. If it's full PPR, I probably still go with Beasley over Hilton and Higgins this week.
I'm going to go T.Y. Hilton over all those options regardless. I'm going to take the safe floor with Hilton.
Yeah, it still says that they're reporting he's questionable for Monday.
Okay. Yeah, that would be my recommendation there.
I love the Beasles. I've loved the Beasles for 2 years. I've loved the Beasles. So personally, I have an affinity for Cole Beasley.
Kevin says, Kyle, don't forget to invite me tonight for Warzone. Kevin, I got to apologize, okay? Because first off, Kevin was supposed to get in a game with us last night, but my internet started messing up last night, and I had to stop the stream early. So I didn't get a chance to get him in a game then. So I said, Kevin, tomorrow night, I'll try to get you in a game. Well, Kevin, I don't have any internet right now. I am using my hotspot on my phone to do this show right now. That's not going to run a game of Warzone. I'm not going to have internet until Monday. So there's not going to be any gaming stream tonight or tomorrow, unfortunately. But the first time I'm on and you hop in, I will get you in a game. I give you the Tight End Whisperer's word. I promise you, Kevin.
There's ointments and medication for hotspots,
What'd you just say? Oh, shut up, Chris. Isaiah says, what's good, Richie Rich, Teen Wolf, and Hubba Hubman? I'm going to assume Chris is Teen Wolf. Flexing Mixon and Edelman. Should I put in David Johnson, Tanyan, Fournette, or Brandon Cooks? My wide receivers starting are Bobby Trees and Hollywood. I'm probably going to stick with those guys in the flex.
Probably. That's David Johnson, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think David Johnson may be slightly safer than Mixon if you're looking for more safety. But, I mean, Mixon had a tough matchup last week, still managed to get 12, 13 points depending on your format. So it's not like I hate either one of those.
Yeah, I've got Mixon currently as a top 20 flex option, so I'm good with Mixon.
Don't forget, hit that like button when we get to 800 likes. Little Hubman's going to let it flow.
He's going to let it flow. He's putting the helmet on. And he's
going to make sure you hit that like button because I want to see that sooner rather than later. James Euler, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, crap. Hold on.
Or Lamar Jackson rest of season.
Okay, you found it.
Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson rest of season.
Russell Wilson is my QB1 the rest of the season as of right now.
Same here. I have Russell Wilson number 1 rest of the way. Absolutely.
I don't disagree. I mean, it's hard to say that Patrick Mahomes couldn't be there also. I think Lamar Jackson taking a step backwards in the rushing numbers is kind of hurting him a little bit to get back up to that number 1 spot. I would obviously love Wilson or Mahomes, but right now Wilson seems to be a little bit safer.
All my girls ugly. What's going on? Welcome back in. Let's go. He says 4-1. Thanks to you guys. Hey, no, you hit that submit button every week. You're 4-1 thanks to you. We're just here to help out and give you some advice. Full PPR start 2. Justin Jefferson versus Atlanta, Tyler Boyd versus Indy, and Edelman versus Denver. I probably go personally. I go Tyler Boyd, and if you want to be safe, Edelman. But if you want a little bit more upside, it's Justin Jefferson for me. Julian Edelman, I do have 2 spots ahead of Justin Jefferson right now.
I have to go with Edelman. I think Edelman is one of the lone targets in a passing offense for New England. And Cam obviously has that rapport with him. The last time they were healthy and on the field together, Edelman exploded. So personally, I'm going with Edelman.
Yeah, I'm actually, I have Jefferson ranked higher than all those guys. Jefferson right now is my wide receiver 17. So that's the guy I'm going with.
Chris is all up in Justin Jefferson's business.
Love all of that business.
Gerard Delafera, PPR, my lineup is Watson, Connor and CEH, Adams and Galladay, Gesicki, Kupp. On the bench, he has Mixon and Drake. Would you make any changes? I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
I don't see any reason to change it. Love CEH this week. Still no Le'Veon Bell. Yep. Connor, Adams, Galladay, Gesicki, and Kupp. Yeah, I leave it the way it is.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Biscuits and gravy, standard scoring flex. Start Justin Jefferson or Robbie Anderson. Thanks, guys. That's Robbie Anderson for me this week.
Robbie Anderson for me, and I would love some biscuits and gravy right now. Oh.
What would you give for some biscuits and gravy, Chris?
I'm not allowed to say that on the internet.
Perfect. That's awesome. I think I know what you would give up for it.
You don't.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're both pretty close. I have a hard time going against Jefferson going up against Atlanta instead of Robbie Anderson, but I mean I think they're both fairly even.
Oh no,
Anderson's got a slightly more difficult matchup going up against Chicago. What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm back.
Kyle, what's going on?
I froze. I'm back.
We never noticed you freeze.
Can you hear me?
I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Can I just say one more time, Comcast sucks.
Yes.
Mark Sung. Hey, guys, need 1 wide receiver and 1 flex and a half PPR. Julio, Claypool, Judy Hardman, or Alexander Madison. Thank you. We're flexing Alexander Madison this week. And then for the 1 wide receiver, I'm all right going Julio here. If you want a little bit more upside, if you're worried about him, then Claypool is next in line for me.
Can we talk about Julio for just a second?
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about Julio. How do you go from where he was to a full participant, knowing that he just burned a lot of people 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks ago, where he said he was active and started sitting after halftime.
Yep.
I don't want that to happen to me again. That worries me that all of a sudden he's just a full participant, knowing that the Falcons are in desperation mode right now if they want any chance at making a run back into this division.
Yeah, and that's the problem, is that the Falcons are pretty much looking to kind of blow up the organization at this point. I mean, they got rid of the head coach, they got rid of the general manager. So for me, the safe option, I think, is Chase Claypool at wide receiver. And then I'm absolutely hands down flexing Madison, who I think could potentially finish this week as a top 5 running back.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great matchup. I mean, Dalvin Cook owners hate it because it's such a great matchup, but Alexander Madison's going to go out there and touch the ball. The football, that is.
Sure.
100 yards. Big Ben or Rodgers both have good matchups.
I can't go against discount double check right now. They're both playing great, but right now Rodgers just continues his suck it tour. You know what I mean? And he's just out there proving to people that he still got it. Personally, I'm going with Rodgers.
Yeah, so Big Ben has the better matchup, let's be honest. Okay, he's going up against the Browns defense that's allowing 314 passing yards per game, and Rodgers is going up against a very underrated Buccaneers defense. But I do think that Green Bay puts up more points than the Steelers do, so I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Yeah.
Frank D, start Big Ben, Tannehill, or Captain Kirk? What's Big Ben for me?
Technically, right now, I have Kirk Cousins as quarterback 8 and Big Ben as quarterback 9, back to back. Now, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, but I love the matchup against Atlanta, but it is Kirk Cousins, so risk is associated. If you are risk averse, then I go with Big Ben. If you like to gamble a little bit and, put it out there on the table, I roll the dice with Kirk Cousins.
So I have Tannehill as my QB8 going up against a Houston defense that has no idea what the heck they are doing. So give me some Ryan Tannehill this week.
Perfect.
Jeff Honcho, Julio Jones or Connor at the flex and a full PPR. It is Connor for me.
Yeah, I'm going with Connor too. He's still got a high ceiling and he's the safer option.
I completely agree.
Josh Smith throwing out a 10 bomb. Thanks so much, Josh. Appreciate you. 2 questions. 1, should I start MVS, Damian Harris, or Jamal Williams in a full PPR?
No is the answer. We have to pick one? Oh, dang it.
If I had to go with one, I would go with MVS. He offers the most upside. Adams is back, so Adams can help take some of that pressure off. He doesn't have to be the wide receiver 1 this week, so I would go with MVS.
Man. I maybe the safest floor is Damian Williams, but I think he's capped by the running ability of Damian Harris, but he's capped by the rushing upside of Cam Newton around the goal line. So I don't think that the ceiling's very high. It depends if you're looking for the safer play, Harris. If you're looking for the higher upside, you go MVS.
Yeah, I'm also going MVS just because, like you said, Damian Harris, any sort of touches he might get in the red zone, it's going to be just completely taken away by either Cam or James White in the passing game.
Number 2, for my other team, should I start T.Y. Hilton, Demarcus Robinson if I'm favored to lose by 15 full PPR points? Thanks again. If you are down big already, there was no Thursday night football, so you wouldn't be down yet. I wasn't thinking. If you are projected to be down by a lot, and by looking at it, you think it could be a tough day, Demarcus Robinson has the highest upside, but he could also put up a 0.
Yeah, he's boom or bust, right? He's either going to go out there and put up 1 point or 18. So you're looking to make up some points. It's Demarcus Robinson for me too.
Yeah, if it's boom or bust, definitely Demarcus Robinson. I have T.Y. ranked far higher than Robinson, but like you said, if you're already projected to be down by so much, then you might want to go for that big upside play.
Adam Azar, OBJ, Claypool, or Juju for my wide receiver too. Juju is my Manscaped must start of the week, so that's where I'm sticking.
I like Juju. Pushing him back inside, pushing him into the slot. That could help out Juju a lot this week. I know he's burned some people the past few weeks, and Claypool's coming off a huge game. I don't dislike Juju either this week, but I don't think that you have a bad choice there. If it's me, I probably gamble with Juju also, but I don't mind either one of those 3.
No, I'm perfectly okay with Juju going up against a very inexperienced Kevin Johnson, who was allowed 4 receptions on all 4 targets. So the guy has been picked on, and I expect more of it this weekend.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button because we're going to let it flow at 800 likes. So hit the like button, stick around. We're going through all the questions as quickly as we can, catching up on all those super chats right now. Isaiah out there tossing in a 10 bomb. Appreciate you, Isaiah. Young Hubman, shouts out to you, man. Happy B-Day. Should I roll with Big Ben this week or going with some Fitz Chancet stacked with fantasy Bigfoot?
Which one, Fitz or Big Ben?
Why are you asking me? You're the professionals.
Wow.
But you're the birthday boy.
Why are you asking me? You're the professional. Okay, fine. If that's the case, right now I have Ben 1 spot higher than Fitzpatrick, but I absolutely love Fitzpatrick this week. He was my Manscaped start of the week also in our video, so I don't dislike Fitz at all this week. I think he's somebody who could be a pleasant surprise here in week 6. So if it's me, personally, I gamble and I go with Fitz.
Yeah, James? I was going to say, I'm going to take Fitzmagic. He was the guy who I focused on in my DFS video, going up against the Jets defense that's allowing a 72% completion percentage and 275 passing yards per game. So give me Fitzmagic.
Love it.
James Dennison throwing out the $25 bomb. James, that is...
What's up, James, with our MVP Patreon?
That is awesome. Appreciate
it
so much for that generosity. He says, game day food is on me tomorrow, guys. Thanks for all you do. Also, not that great to see Chris in the live stream tonight. Can you please keep him out of here? I can't stand to watch him or listen to him right now. Oh,
James
wait, no, sorry, that's not what it said.
James is now excluded from all DFS content.
So also great to see Chris in the live stream tonight.
That was rude, Kyle. But hilarious
to me.
But hilarious.
You want to know what's funny? I'm going to share the story here real quick.
Matthew Rogers. I have to bench one of these guys. Which 3 should I play? So we're benching one out of Chase Edmonds, Damian Harris, Darrell Henderson, and Kenyon Drake. Who are we sitting?
I don't know. I'm a little bit
Darrell Henderson.
I'm a little bit hot and bothered right now for you ignoring me.
First of all, that term was not appropriate for that situation. You should not be hot and bothered by that.
What did I do?
You're not making things any better.
I ignored you. What'd you say?
I said I had a quick story to share, and you just went and you forget your story, Jake. I'm reading.
You just
went
and then
go straight into it. No, don't worry about it. It's okay.
Matthew, we're gonna put you on hold for just a second because Chris has a story.
I was actually just
gonna
say I was sitting with Chris last week and watching football, and Chris's phone rings, and this is like a Sunday occurrence. In the headliners group, Chris already knows where I'm going. And all it was, and Chris is sitting there on his couch. He's like, "Oh, look, Kyle's calling me." Like he was excited about it. And he hits answer call on speakerphone, and all you hear is Kyle go, "Chris, suck it." And then he hung up the phone, and we're like, "What the heck just happened?"
Actually, it was more than that. It was, "Hey, Chris, suck it."
Yeah, it was long and drawn out.
And the worst part was that Kyle then said, he's like, "You're lucky you picked up the phone because you didn't want to hear the voicemail I was about to leave you."
I had a good voicemail.
That's right. All right, back to Matthew now.
Chase Edmonds, Damian Harris, Darrell Henderson, or Kenyon Drake. Who are we sitting this week? To me, it's Henderson, just because that's a 3-headed beast there. It could be anybody on any given day.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to start both Edmonds and Drake, but the safer floors are there. If it's me, I probably sit Damian Harris. I don't mind sitting Darrell Henderson because Cam Akers should take more touches in that backfield. But for me, if it's my roster, I probably just sit Damian Harris.
I'm also sitting Damian Harris.
Austin left a comment. Austin Davidson says, "I'll buy you a box of steaks if you tell me Dalton or Fitz." That's Fitz. So now
100% Fitz.
That's Fitz. It's not even close.
All right, Austin.
Where's our steak?
I like my steak medium rare.
Yep.
Giuseppe, what's going on, Giuseppe? Happy B-Day to Jake's son. Hope you enjoyed your day. PPR Dynasty League. I have Connor. Should I add McFarland at the expense of Duke Johnson or McKinnon? Thanks. Yes. I'm dropping McKinnon and picking up McFarland.
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely. We all love McFarland. We loved him this offseason. We just know it's not his time just yet.
Raul throwing out a 5-bomb. Appreciate you. M. Ferez Khan throwing out a 5-bomb. Appreciate you as well. Isaiah throwing out a 5-bomb. LaVisca, she's not my girl. Chenault with no Charka McLaurin.
Wow. So we got LaVisca or McLaurin in a PPR league for the wide receiver 2.
It's still McLaurin for me. Have we heard, is Chark for sure out tomorrow?
It's not looking good.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not looking good.
Okay.
Which
it's
sucks
still
for
McLaurin
Gardner
for me right now.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll probably just stick with McLaurin. I don't love the matchup, but I'm still going with McLaurin there.
Yeah, Bradbury's been tough, but I'm still going to give the edge to McLaurin.
Ryan Kearns throwing out a 10-bomb. Appreciate you, Ryan. Half PPR need one wide receiver and one flex. Juju, Claypool, Bobby Trees, Devin Singletary, and Kenyon Drake. So we're picking out a wide receiver and a flex. For me, Juju's going to be my wide receiver, and I'll flex Bobby Trees here.
Yes. I think Juju and Bobby Trees probably out of that option is probably the safest two. Devin Singletary coming off of a down week, still not giving up on Devin Singletary. They could have made a move for Le'Veon Bell had they really, really wanted him. We don't know the details of that, but Singletary's still there, lead back, and Zach Moss still sucks.
Yeah, I'll go with Bobby Trees and Juju there.
Yep.
Chaos. Hey guys, should I start David Johnson or Gaskin for my running back 2? That's going to be it's going to be David Johnson for me there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Myles Gaskin. I really like the fact that he's been getting the majority of the touches there in Miami, and I think he could be a sneaky start, especially against a terrible, terrible Jets defense.
They are pretty terrible. But yeah, I got DJ a couple spots higher, but not by much.
Mm-hmm. And then Jameson Crowder or Will Fuller for the flex. That's going to be Jameson Crowder for me, especially if it is a PPR or half PPR format.
Yeah, I agree. If it's PPR, I lean Crowder. If it's not, then I'll go towards Fuller.
Dude, I love Fuller's matchup against the Titans. It's tough because as much of a Crowder fan as I am, but just because of my rankings, I think Fuller is a low-end wide receiver one this week.
And then he says, happy birthday, kiddo. Another happy birthday there for Jaden Anthony Morales. How y'all feeling about starting Lindsey this week? I think all of us have him right around the 24-ish mark for running back.
Yeah,
correct.
I moved him up to my RB22 for this week so far.
Yep. Yeah, low end running back 2 this week. Yep. I think is a safe place to put him with potential there to outproduce.
Agreed. James Gaducci, pick 2. Amari Cooper, Robert Woods, Antonio Gibson. Thanks. Definitely Robert Woods for me. Jake, did you have Antonio Gibson as a start this week? I can't remember.
That's a way to put me on the spot, Kyle. Let me see here. Yes.
I have Amari Cooper as a sit.
You do?
I think
everybody hates it.
I currently, in my flex rankings, I have Gibson at 34 and Cooper at 35. I'm going Amari Cooper over Antonio Gibson just because I think he's going to see the target share. I know last week we saw Dalton really start to go after Michael Gallup, but Cooper's talent is going to rise above the rest.
I still think that Gibson is safer. I think he has the safer floor. But being that you already have Robert Woods, who's a pretty safe play as is, that may be the good time to take a little bit of that gamble and go towards Cooper, depending on what the rest of your roster looks like.
I think Cooper's hurt. I think he's dealing with something. I mean, why else would his snap percentage drop to the 60s last week? In a game that was close, that was a shootout back and forth with your backup quarterback in. I think there's something going on with him.
It wouldn't surprise me. And the reason that we're not going to hear a whole lot or his snap percentage is just going to go down and not make a big deal about it is because they have 2 other guys there that can produce. Yep. You don't really notice it, right? I mean, you got CeeDee Lamb playing great for a rookie, and Michael Gallup was making some crazy catches last week. So, I mean, they can afford to have Cooper kind of just take a back seat and deflect some of the attention. Plus, the Dak injury kind of limited the attention on Cooper.
And also, if he doesn't perform against a secondary as bad as the Cardinals, no offense, Jake, but kind of offense, then we can start to worry.
Yeah.
Caleb Creel throwing out a 10 bomb. Thank you so much, Caleb. Hey, guys, y'all have helped me a lot. I'm sitting at 5-0, sitting on top, but I'm lost at the flex this week between Phillip Lindsay, Brandon Cooks, or John Brown. Thank you guys so much, and happy birthday to your son. Phillip Lindsay is going to be my pick there.
Yeah, out of the choices there, Phillip Lindsay is probably the one I would go with, also with the safer floor.
Yep.
Bruin backhand in the chat. What's going on, Bruin? He's giving a shout out to the headliners. Club need a wide receiver, a running back, and a flex. For wide receiver, we can choose between A.J. Brown, Chark, and Justin Jefferson.
Well, it's not going to be Chark. That's for sure.
It's A.J. Brown for me.
Yeah, A.J. Brown, even though he didn't practice on Thursday. I mean, remember they played Tuesday, so that's not too much to really worry about. I think he's just fine. He actually looked great this past week, so I'm going A.J. Brown.
At running back, we can choose David Johnson or Antonio Gibson.
David Johnson still.
I'm going to roll the dice with Gibson against a Giants defense that we could run against.
And
Speak
then
for yourself, Chris.
For the flex in a PPR, you can pick any one of the guys already mentioned and also a couple of other guys. So A.J. Brown, David Johnson, Chark will toss out the window, Jonnu Smith, because he already has Kittle starting, Gibson or Justin Jefferson.
I probably gamble and go for the high upside there of Jefferson as the flex. Same
here. I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson, just barely over David Johnson for the flex.
Yep.
I would play Jonnu Smith.
Of course you would.
He's averaging over 20 fantasy points a game right now at tight end.
Yes, he is.
He has his end is very tight this year.
He says, also, would you trade Kittle? It depends. I'm fine with Jonnu Smith being my tight end the rest of the year. Kittle, he's playing well. He's one of the best tight ends in the league. Is Jimmy G going to get his crap together? It depends on what you get for him. I wouldn't say I wouldn't trade him, but I also wouldn't just give up on him because you do have Jonnu Smith.
I will say this: if you can only start one tight end and you have Jonnu Smith already, your trade value is already going to be more for Kittle. So you're going to be able to get more in return for George Kittle. So I'd be more than okay with trading Kittle, getting more in return for maybe a running back or wide receiver, and then rolling with Jonnu Smith as your tight end one.
Especially since Smith's already had his bye week for the year too, so you should be good.
Yeah. Isaiah, insane what's going on. Isaiah, should I start Tannehill, the Bake Show, or Andy got an O-line, barely Dalton?
Well, I think we know the answer to this one for Chris is going to be Tannehill because he already said that he had him at, I think, 8 earlier in the show.
Yeah, but you don't know where I have the Bake Show. He could be QB2.
No, he's not.
But he's not. I'm going with Tannehill. And I just wanted to have a quick side note. I'm surprised that Isaiah has not asked a kicker or defensive team question because that's usually what he does in the Facebook live streams.
He does that just for you, Chris.
Literally, that's all he asks.
You know why? Because who's one of the top rankers in the industry for defenses? You are. That's why he's asking you the defensive questions, not me. I don't do anything with defenses. But yeah, I think Tannehill's still the better option there out of the three. I don't mind Andy Dalton going forward. I still think Andy Dalton's still kind of underrated. This is the best options he's had at his disposal his entire career. I mean, don't forget he was left for dead in Cincinnati for a long time because A.J. Green could never stay healthy. Having 3 weapons like that, I don't mind Andy Dalton rest of season.
Grant Rimmer in a full PPR, 2 running backs and a flex. Henry, Mixon, Montgomery, Taylor, DJ, and Slayton. Holy. Well, Henry for sure. Taylor's going to be another pick. So then are we going to go with Mixon, Montgomery, DJ, or Slayton in the flex? It's not Slayton for me. I don't like the matchup.
Man. Read them off one more time.
2 running backs and a flex. Henry, Mixon, Montgomery, Taylor, and DJ, and then Slayton. And
you guys already said what? We know Henry's the must, right? Henry's the 100%.
Henry and Taylor, I think, are the top 2 running back.
Yeah.
And then for me, for the flex, it's going to be David Montgomery. I mean, the Panthers are just absolutely terrible against the run. So I think Montgomery is the safer pick at the flex.
Yeah, bro. I don't hate Montgomery there at the flex either.
Miles Liam for the flex. Claypool, Godwin, Edmonds, or Devontae Parker. Godwin, he's trending towards playing, right?
Yep.
It's Godwin for me.
Man, the problem is you just don't ever know what the injuries of who you can trust and who you can't. Because I still like the other options of Parker and Claypool. That may be slightly safer, but if Godwin is actually healthy, then he's the hands-down pick. I think both Parker and Claypool, though, are going to be slightly safer.
Yeah, for me, like if Godwin does play, I mean, it's the matchup. Does he see Jair Alexander? Does Mike Evans see Jair Alexander? So I think the high upside play might be Claypool. So I'm gonna go Claypool.
All right, so I've seen a few questions fly by about people saying, I sent a super chat and you haven't read it yet. We're getting to them all, okay? Calm down. If you have sent one, we're going to get to it. Don't worry. Stick around. Watch the show. We're going to get through all of them. I'm going to run through them a little bit quicker so we can try to get caught up. Donovan Madison, Darrell Henderson, or DeAndre Swift, and Tom Brady or Matthew Stafford. For the running backs, it is a PPR.
So it's between Henderson and Swift. I'll go with Henderson. For quarterback, I'm going to go with... I got Stafford a couple spots higher this week.
Sorry, what were the quarterbacks options?
Stafford and Brady.
I'm going to go Stafford at quarterback, and I'm going to go DeAndre Swift at running back. I think he has a sneaky performance this week.
Zach Hickerson in a half PPR. Risk Julio again or go with McLaurin, Higgs, or Visca?
I'm going to say McLaurin. I think, is the safest bet.
Yep. I mean, he's going to have the risk with him too. So, yeah, probably go with McLaurin.
Hector tossing out a big old dono. Appreciate it, Hector. Thank you so much. Very, very nice of you. Great advice on Herbert last week. I got a dub for the flex and a full PPR. Fournette, Slayton, or Landry?
Part of me wants to say Jarvis Landry, even though it's a tough matchup in a PPR.
It's really not. I don't think it's that tough of a matchup because Pittsburgh gives up a ton of points to wide receivers.
Yeah. So
I'm going Slayton with this one.
Nobody asked you, Chris.
QB, Tannehill or Minshew?
I'm going Slayton with this one.
Sorry, that was just between me and Chris.
That was rude.
Tannehill or Minshew?
What's the options? Tannehill or who?
Minshew.
I'm gonna have to go with Ryan Tannehill there, and I know Chris is too because he says quarterback 8.
Nope, because I've guarded Minshew as my QB 7. Give me Minshew.
Even without DJ Chark?
Give me Minshew against the Lions. Absolutely.
Sounds like a game day bet tomorrow, Chris.
Oh, boy. Isaiah throwing out another dono. It's a hard bye week. Starting running backs are Gibson and Madison. Should I start Drake or James White over either of them? That's a no from me.
Nope.
Me neither.
T-May throwing out a 5-bomb. Appreciate it, T-May. M. Ferez Khan. Need 2 wide receivers for week 6. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, or Robbie Anderson?
Man.
He needs 2?
Yeah. Kupp, Woods, or Anderson. I'm
going Kupp and Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, just to have a little bit of diversity there, I'd probably go Kupp and Anderson also.
Don't forget, 800 likes to let it flow. So hit the like button. If you're watching right now, we have 1,400 people watching, and we're not even to 600 likes yet. Every single person should be hitting that like button right now. Call me Kyle. Love you guys. Kyle needs a...
He's ignoring you on your birthday.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Rude.
Speak up. Let him hear you.
I was going to say... I've never felt so popular in my life. I see my name
all over the place, right?
Yes.
You never thought you'd see your name that much, huh?
No.
Well, you're pretty popular tonight.
It never happens like that.
Yeah, pretty popular tonight.
You know what, Jaden?
But thank you.
Happy birthday, sir.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
This is your happy birthday, acknowledgments right here. Everybody's saying your name.
Chris, stop sucking up.
Stop sucking.
Kyle.
Sorry, that was not
Kyle
appropriate.
Says, love you guys. I'm ignoring you. Love you guys. He says Kyle needs a white monster. What's that?
The drink, maybe? Is that what you're talking about, like the monster drink?
That's a White Claw.
Okay. No, there's monsters that are like white.
Yeah, and only basics drink White Claws.
Anyway, call me Kyle. Thanks for the 10 bomb. Appreciate it. Deep League, need 3 flex. Guys I have to choose from. So we're picking 3. John Brown, Henderson, Akers, Gore, Pirine, Hurst, Dobbins, Ward Jr.
Wow.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's super tough, especially for it being a deep league, but you need to hope that John Brown plays. I guess I probably just wing it here, and I say I go John Brown if he plays, Henderson, and I'm even going to say this. I hate it. I'm going to say Frank Gore.
See, I was gonna go Frank Gore, Ward, and then John Brown as long as he plays.
Well,
I think Ward with all the injuries right now along the Eagles receiving core, Ward and Fulgham are the 1 and 2 options.
Yeah, it's all Travis Fulgham season.
Sun Ryujin, thanks so much for the donation. Appreciate you, man. Blunt Poppy Supreme, what's going on, brother? With Eckler being injured and Gordon out this week, I only have Mixon, and my bench is DK, Jay Crowder, OBJ, Eckler, and Herbert. Should I drop kick for a running back?
I don't know who. So if you have an extra kicker for a running back, is that what the question is? Should I drop kick for running back?
If you have an extra kicker, then yeah, 100%. Get rid of them for a running back.
If you have 2 quarterbacks, because you listed Herbert there, if you have 2 quarterbacks and you only need 1, I would think about dropping a quarterback too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the most part, if you can only roster or start one position, I would only roster that one position and then just play waivers for bye weeks.
Anna. Okay, so in a standard, not the kind Big Rim has. Oh, no, she said STD, not standard. Now I get it.
Earmuffs.
Anna, there's a child in the chat tonight.
I'm not answering that question later on after the show.
Oh wait, which STD?
Oh my gosh!
She needs to be
specific. I just said standard, but she abbreviated it with STD, and I didn't even think about it. Not the. I need 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and a flex out of 1. I can't. Oh my God! Woods, OBJ, McLaurin, Claypool, Hollywood, Taylor, and Demont. So 2 wide receivers and 1 running back, 1 flex. So wide receivers: Woods, OBJ, McLaurin, Claypool, and Hollywood. What 2?
Wide receivers, I'm going to go Woods and McLaurin.
Yeah. I was going to say Woods and OBJ as being slightly safer, but yeah.
1 running back: Taylor or Demont?
Taylor.
A flex out of the ones you didn't pick.
OBJ.
Okay, then we can go. I'll go with McLaurin. He goes OBJ. So we got Woods, OBJ, McLaurin, and Taylor.
Okay.
Perfect.
We're going to start running through these a little bit quicker. So Chris, Jake, I'm going to read them off, answers from both of you, and we're going to keep streaming right along. You ready?
Do it.
Isaiah. No. Kyle with Mocox Mo Mouths to Feed is out. Will it be Trey Flurgan with Rivers Burton or Jack Mother and Doyle getting the TDs this week? It's Trey Burton for me.
Yep. Same. Yep.
Trey Burton.
Fisted Waffle 22. Melvin out. Carson by. Gore and P. Ryan on the bench. Rex and Hines on waivers. For the RB2, who are you going with?
I gamble and just go with Frank Gore because they're all a gamble.
I'm Gore as well. Yep.
Devin Chakowski, Madison or Montgomery this week? Love you guys. Love you, Devin.
Love you in Madison by not a mile, but Madison.
Madison, it's not close.
Yep.
Kelly Salas says, thanks for keeping my husband Antonio occupied on this road trip from West Virginia to Colorado. He watches you guys religiously. Kelly, we appreciate it. Thanks so much. Glad we're keeping him a little bit sane on the road trip. And hopefully he's not bugging you too much. Brandon Seniceros. Full PPR, Mixon or Rojo?
I still got Mixon a little bit higher.
Same, Mixon.
Sean Silman, hey, Headliners Club, 4-1. Great job as always. Pick 1 wide receiver, Kurt, Cole, or Patrick?
Kirk.
Tight end, Ebron or Trey Burton?
Neither.
It's Ebron.
Ebron for me.
I'll go with Ebron if I have to pick one.
Matt Daly, pick 2 running backs in a full PPR, Lindsey, Swift, Ingram, Hines.
Lindsey and Swift.
I'm going to say Swift and Lindsey.
Jeff Parker with the 15 bomb. Appreciate it. Jeff, PPR, Singletary, Edmonds, or Drake?
Man. Edmonds, Singletary, or Drake? I got right now Singletary at 19, Edmonds at 20. So I got Singletary by 1 spot.
I've got Drake just ahead of Singletary, though I do like Singletary's matchup. I'm going to roll with Kenyon Drake.
And then Chark, Cole, or Christian Kirk?
Kirk for me.
Yeah, it's tough, but I'm going to go Kirk.
Yep.
Isaiah with a 10 bomb. Appreciate you, Isaiah. Starting Bobby Trees and Hardman as my wide receivers. Gurley and Ingram as my running backs, with David Johnson and Boyd as my flex. On the bench, I have Moore, White, and Golden. Man, I got to check that
Flame and taint.
I can't be held liable for anything that's being said right now.
That's okay.
I'm good with sticking with what you have, Isaiah.
Personally, I would go. I don't know if I want Hardman as my wide receiver too. I'd just gamble on DJ Moore.
I'd rather have DJ Moore over Hardman, personally.
Yep.
Splems, do I start Julio this week?
I prefer not
unless you have to.
I prefer not to, but it just depends on what options you have in front of him.
Yep.
Is Brandon Cooks a flex option this week, or do I go Burrow or Foles? I'm assuming this is super flex.
Super flex?
If it's super flex, I probably...
If it's super flex, I would go Burrow. But I mean, Brandon Cooks is a flex option, just not super flex right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then thoughts on this trade. MT for Woods and Fuller.
I'm guessing he wants to get Michael Thomas for Woods and Fuller.
He doesn't say which side he's getting.
I would personally gamble on the Woods and Fuller side, to be honest with you, at this point. They're on the field more.
Yeah, they're healthy. They're on the field, and we just don't know about Michael Thomas.
Yeah, they're not punching their teammates.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
Jeez, like a camel over here.
Fantasy football questions making me tired.
Chris 33, James Washington or John Brown?
I mean, it depends. If John Brown's not 100% healthy, I would gamble with James Washington, but I don't love that.
But yeah, if John Brown is active, then start him.
Yeah.
1-0. I need 3. Julio, Jefferson, Thielen, Boyd, Crowder, Robinson, half PPR. Thank you, guys. Juan, why do you have so many wide receivers? Trade one for a running back or something.
Yes. I mean, so I'm guessing Allen Robinson's on there, Adam Thielen's on there, and Julio Jones is on there. I mean, those would be
it's Robinson, Thielen, and Crowder.
Crowder's safer than Julio just because of the injury concerns.
Yeah. But I mean, Thielen and Allen Robinson are the 2 locks right there.
Yep.
Vikash Chand, 1-4.5 PPR, traded Big Ben, John Brown for Wentz and Ingram, dropped Brown for Hawkinson. My tight end was Hurst. Wide receivers, Woods, Boyd, MT, and Judy. What do you think? You have pretty good wide receivers, so I don't mind that you dropped them for Hawkinson, but Brown has way more upside than what Hawkinson does.
Yeah, I have to agree. I would prefer to have the extra, skill position running back, wide receivers than I would a tight end.
Isaiah says, was not happy with Justin Jefferson last week. Should I put Montgomery, Crowder, or Madison in for him instead? I'm playing Madison.
Yes.
Oh, hands down, Madison.
Yep.
And here we go. The Mrs. Fantasy Headliner. Jake, Kyle, and Chris, please sing happy birthday to Jaden. I heard that Chris has a beautiful voice.
Dad, where are those?
She's heard me on stream before, and I didn't get a compliment on my voice.
I mean, Kyle, I think it goes without saying that you have a magical, angelic voice.
All right, thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Are we letting it rip?
I guess we're gonna do this.
All right, Headliner Nation, if you're out there, sing it with us. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
dear Jaden.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow, Chris hitting the falsetto at the end.
And many more.
And all of the mores.
And now he's really embarrassed. Perfect.
Yes, exactly.
He's bright red.
Thank you, Mom.
And all of the DJ Moores.
That's right.
Oh, boy. Hey, for those of you in the Headliners Club talking about your donations, we are going through them quickly. We're trying to get caught up. If you've left a donation, we will get to it. All right? Don't get upset. Don't get angry with us. We will get to it very shortly. We're going through them all right now. Let me get caught back up though real quick. I got to go back to where I was.
You're on eDupes.
There we go. eDupes. Pick 2. Robbie Anderson, Julio Jones, Robert Woods, or Chase Claypool.
Picking 2. I'm going with Robert Woods and Robbie Anderson.
Same.
Shane Fuco with the 10 bomb. Happy B-Day. 8-team, half PPR. Makes decisions so freaking hard. I have to drop Hunter Henry for who this week? Gesicki, Ingram, Ebron, and who do you like best rest of season, assuming Hunter Henry gets picked up? Gesicki for me.
That's what I'm saying too.
Give me Mike Gesicki.
Yep.
Gesicki.
Melvin Aponte. I've got 3 leagues. Please help. AJ Brown or Tyler Boyd?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
Judy or Chark?
This week, Judy.
Judy, yeah.
And then 1 wide receiver and 1 flex. Cooks, Freeman, Jefferson, Ingram, McLaurin, and Mostert.
I'm going with McLaurin and Mostert.
Same.
Isaiah again. Should I take out Ingram and put in Gaskin and then put Chenault in the flex?
I would probably think about doing that.
I would rather have Gaskin over Ingram for sure.
Yep, I would too.
Zach Peterson, pick 2 in a full PPR. Justin Jefferson, Julio Jones, or Brandon Cooks?
If you don't want to gamble on Julio, and I really hate to this week, I'm going with Cooks and Jefferson.
Yeah, I love Jefferson this week.
Shane Fuco, would you drop LA Rams for New England this week? I do have the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive special teams as well. I don't think you need 2 defensive special teams. Drop them and pick up somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you don't need 2 defenses. Just stick with what you got.
Yeah. Right now, I've got the Patriots as my defensive team number 2 and Rams at defensive special teams number 5.
Pete Wheeler, 72, A.J. Brown, Robbie Anderson, or Juju. Pick one for the flex in standard.
In a standard league, I'll go with A.J. Brown.
Absolutely.
Team A, Debo, Bobby Trees, Will Fuller, Mecole, Kirk, Justin Jefferson, and Scantling. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on a second. We need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flex. So for the 2 running backs, CEH, Jay Taylor, Miles Sanders, McKinnon, Harris, Freeman, or Fournette.
So CEH and JT there.
Okay.
Yep.
2 wide receivers, Debo, Bobby Trees, Will Fuller, Mecole Hardman, Kirk, Justin Jefferson, and Scantling.
I'm going with Bobby Trees and Justin Jefferson.
Okay, and then we need 2 flex. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris.
No, I was gonna say I was gonna go Bobby Trees and Will Fuller, but I can't say no to Justin Jefferson.
And then 2 flex. I assume one we're picking Miles Sanders, correct?
Agreed.
Absolutely.
And then who would be the other one?
Well, I picked. I'll go with Fuller now since we had Jefferson earlier, so that would give us Trees, Fuller, Jefferson, CEH, Taylor, and Sanders.
Yeah.
Okay. Locked it in.
Locked it in. Final
Endless
answer.
Basher. I have Woods, Anderson, Galladay, Fuller, OBJ, and Claypool. Which 3 would you start?
Woods, Anderson, Galladay, Fuller, OBJ, and Claypool. So Galladay is for sure for me. Woods would be for sure for me.
And then Anderson for me would be the number 3.
Yep, I would say Anderson next 2.
Leo Benjamin dropped a donation but retracted the message. Sorry, Leo. I'm assuming you were upset because you didn't get your question answered right away. Remember, if you send a super chat, you got to stick around. There's a lot of them. We will get to them.
And then also, there's an end to that last question, Kyle. It says, traded OBJ for Cam Newton as I needed a quarterback badly. Thoughts? You have a lot of depth at wide receiver anyway. I don't love trading for a quarterback, but because you have so much depth, I think it's okay.
DN032598. Pick 3 in a full PPR. Kenyon Drake. Well, he only lists 3. Kenyon Drake, Lindsey, and Rojo.
I'm going to pick Kenyon Drake, Lindsey, and Rojo.
I'd say start all of those guys as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to sit one of them, the first one that I sit is probably Kenyon Drake.
I was going to say Lindsey. Yeah.
Okay.
Nova Wolf 01 got Madison off the wire. PPR, Gaskin, and David Johnson for the other running back.
Gaskin's going to be a little bit safer, but I have David Johnson a couple spots higher.
I have Gaskin a couple spots higher, so I'm going Gaskin.
Godwin, Claypool, Bobby Trees, Landry, and Higgins for wide receiver. Got to pick one.
Man. Bobby Trees, I guess, as of right now, since Chris Godwin's still not proven to be 100%.
Yeah, give me Bobby Trees.
And then flex one.
I mean, this may be where if you want to gamble, then maybe I flex Godwin. If you want to take that gamble, if you want to play it a little bit safer, I would probably go with Claypool.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Patrick Martin. I have Cam Newton and Tannehill and can't decide who to start.
It's a great matchup for both. Personally, I have Tannehill 2 spots higher.
Corvette
yeah,
I've got
Cam. Sorry, I've got Cam right ahead of Tannehill, but you cannot go wrong with either. They both have great matchups.
Corvette Foster 40. Second trade question. Offered Juju for Madison. Yes or no?
No.
Madison's a fill-in.
Yeah, Madison's got 1 week of value, then a bye week, and then we could have Dalvin Cook back.
Yep.
So you're saying take Juju here, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Because I read it as he was offered Juju for Madison.
Okay.
Whoever gets Juju wins that trade. Yeah,
exactly.
Lucas Tager, 2 receivers, 1 flex. McLaurin, Crowder, Amari Cooper, and Rojo in a PPR.
Is this where we say, I mean, Chris may not agree, but I probably sit Amari Cooper.
I do too.
I sit Crowder.
Daniel Orton, flex, Preston Williams, DJ Moore, Michael Gallup, or Travis Fulgham. Full cam.
DJ Moore for me, hands down.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say hands down, but Travis Fulgham is now like a wide receiver 1 in the NFL apparently, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. I'd probably gamble with DJ Moore.
Drew Metildis, maybe. Sorry if I'm messing that up. With Cook out, I'm kind of screwed. Which duo for the next 2 weeks is my flex wide receiver 3 combo? Lindsey and N'Keal Harry or Hardman and Swift?
I probably lean towards Hardman and Swift, but I don't love it. I mean, I prefer to have Lindsey and Hardman if possible.
I was gonna say Lindsey and Swift, depending on what happens with Melvin Gordon going forward. So.
Yeah, it just all depends what it is you're looking for.
Exactly.
Taylor Djex. Evening, fellas. PPR. Who would you start out of these 3? Amari Cooper, Kenny G, Devontae Parker, or Tyler Boyd? Thanks in advance. I'm sitting Cooper out of those 3.
I am too. I still love Kenny G, Parker, and Boyd more than Cooper this week.
Yep, same here.
Taylor, thanks for that 10 bomb there. Very, very appreciative. Retro UPR 2. Boyd, Jonnu Smith, Preston Williams, or Tim Patrick?
And we
I'm
can
taking
pick
Boyd
2
and
of them.
Smith.
Jonnu Smith and Boyd. That's what I'm going with.
Yep. Cy Gottman. DJ Moore, Christian Kirk is flexing a 12-team PPR.
I'll probably still gamble with DJ Moore there.
I'm definitely going DJ Moore.
Ooh, I'm going Christian Kirk.
I know you are.
Omar Rubio got killed with Barkley and Drake to start. Picked up Connor and Hunt. Trade Jonnu Smith, Parker, Jackson for Lamb and Jacobs. Have Waller still. Yeah, I'm fine with that trade. Get Lamb and Jacobs.
Yep, 100%.
Absolutely.
Matthew Marquez, thanks for the donation. Retracted the message. Again, if you've sent a question, just stick around, okay? Because once you send the money, it doesn't give you back to you just because you retract the question. So stick around. We'll get to them all. Isaiah with the 10 bomb. I've been offered a trade. My Gurley for his Amari Cooper. He already has Beckham, Hollywood, Anderson, and Hilton with no Eckler. Or does he ask for Bobby Trees instead or just deny it? Me personally, with that wide receiver core, I'm keeping Gurley.
I would definitely keep Gurley. You want as much running back depth as you can get.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of Gurley right now.
Adam Azar, Montgomery or Gaskin for the flex in a standard league this week?
I still got Montgomery a little bit higher.
Montgomery's safer. Gaskin is the high upside, but Montgomery's safe.
Jerry, Debo or Cole if Chark sits in a PPR?
I mean, normally I would love to say Debo here, but the San Francisco 49ers look so bad it's not as clear-cut as it used to be, but I'll probably still gamble and go with Debo.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cole. I have Cole as a low-end flex option this week, so I'm going to go Cole over Debo.
70 likes until we let it flow. If you're watching, hit that like button. Scumbag, pick one in a flex. Justin Jefferson, Lamb, or Claypool?
Man, I love them all. I probably go with Justin Jefferson, but I don't. I hate to sit Lamb and Claypool.
I have Jefferson just over Claypool in my rankings, so I'm gonna lean Jefferson over this one.
DN032598, pick 3 in a full PPR. Cooks, OBJ, McLaurin, and Hollywood.
I probably stick with OBJ, McLaurin, and Hollywood and sit Cooks in a full PPR.
Yeah, I'm sitting Cooks.
Charles Rickman, Diggs, Bobby Trees, CD Lamb, and Julio. Pick 3 for full PPR.
For safety reasons, I'm going to say sit Julio unless you know what's going to happen. Otherwise, sit Lamb.
Yeah, I mean, personally, if it's me, I'm going Diggs, Trees, and Lamb and not even risking it with Julio till we see him out there for a full game.
Same.
He says he's going for 6-0. Love the content. He has DK on a bye this week. Get that 6-0 mark, Charles. Rick Vocals, what's up, guys? Durham Bulls here. I'm so confused right now. I have Ryan T and Fitzmagic in most of my leagues. Who do I roll the dice with?
I mean, we like both of them this week. Personally, I'm going with Fitzmagic, chest hair, and gold chains all day long this Sunday.
Fitzmagic, baby.
Paul is asking about getting his questions read. Paul, if people pay money to send a super chat, we're kind of obligated to answer their questions. So don't get upset about it. We're going to let it flow and get to all the questions in the Headliners Club very soon. We got to get through some of these, though. We got to acknowledge the people that are willing to spend some money. So it's not that we don't want to answer your questions. We got to go back and forth. So continuing to roll with this. Shane Fuco, would you drop LA Rams for New England this week? I have the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. He must have sent this one twice because we already answered this one, right?
Yeah, New England was the highest ranked out of all of them, but we only need one defense.
Yep. Jacob Hobbs says, I am Kenyon Drake owner. I need some advice. I picked Lindsey up, and I'm going to start him over Drake. But for flex, does he play Drake, Debo, or John Brown?
Drake. Debo. I'd probably lean towards Drake.
Drake for me.
Rick, Debo or Lindsey in a full PPR flex?
Lindsey.
Yep.
Ryan Van Warmer, PPR pick 2, Kareem Hunt, Alexander Madison, and James Robinson.
Oh, I like all of them. I have Hunt and actually I have Robinson and Hunt as my 2 highest, but I don't really want to sit Madison. So I would probably, it depends. If you want to gamble, you go Robinson and Madison. You want to play it a little bit safer, you go Hunt and Robinson. For me.
I have Madison as my RB3 this week, and I have Robinson just above Hunt. So I'm going to go Madison and Robinson.
Isaiah, how do we actually feel about Bell to KC? Worth a bench spot, and what's his value in KC and PPR formats? A flex play at best each week, battling with CEH.
I think he maybe has a little bit more than flex at some point. I kind of think that he goes there and they just kind of run him into the ground, give CEH an opportunity to kind of, learn a little bit, but he's still going to be on the field. They're both going to be involved. Don't be surprised if both of these guys still have flex value weekly. I think that Bell gets the higher touchdown upside, though.
Yeah, keep in mind that Bell is in my opinion, the more superior running back. So the talent is going to certainly come through there. So I think Bell is absolutely worth a roster spot.
Yep. Great.
Anna says, if you all want to get to let it flow, then hit the like button. Anna always out there. Taylor Cease, thanks for the 5 bomb. Julian Joseph, hey guys, love everything you guys do. Appreciate it. But would like some explanation why you put Irv Smith and Thomas in the top 20, but left out Logan Thomas. Pretty easy, Julian. Logan Thomas has done jack for the last few weeks. He's been on the field. He's not getting targeted right now. Thomas and Irv Smith both have significantly better matchups this week as well. I break it all down in the start sit video. You can hear it all there. AJ Reber, I'm undefeated still, so big week. Please help. I have Tyreek Hill, Diggs, Hollywood Brown, and Claypool. Please pick 2. Hill and Diggs for me.
Yeah, I mean, we like Brown and Claypool, but not over Hill and Diggs.
Nope.
Isaiah, flex Gallup this week or Chenault?
I think Chenault is safer floor, higher ceiling is Gallup.
I love Gallup with the way that Dalton was targeting him last week. So yeah, give me Gallup.
Sunny Nguyen, hey guys, I appreciate all your feedback and knowledge. I need wide receiver help. Mecole Hardman, Tim Patrick, Cole Beasley, Mike Evans is my other wide receiver, and Mike Davis and CEH at running back, Ingram at the flex, in a standard league. So Hardman, Patrick, or the Beasles. Beasles not for me unless it's PPR.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that maybe Beasley over Ingram is maybe a little bit safer, but not by much. I mean, in a standard league, it doesn't really help out too much.
Yeah, I'll go with Ingram, even though he's not getting the ball as much as he should be.
Yeah.
Which wide receiver though? Over Hardman, Patrick, and Beasley?
I'll go Beasley. Chris disagrees.
Since it's standard, I'm going with Patrick and standard.
Fine. So we just picked one of each of them for you. So which one do you trust more, me, Kyle, or Chris?
The boy Lance, flex, Hardman, Edmonds, Cooks, or Chenault?
I'll probably flex Edmonds.
I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna go with LaVisca there. I like Chenault in that opportunity.
Chenault.
James Dennison, sit 1. Julio, Bobby Trees, A-Rob, and Crowder. I'm sitting Julio.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, I hate to do it, but yeah, the other ones are still safer.
Jacob Hobbs, hey, y'all are the best, and thanks for everything y'all do. Appreciate it, Jake. Thanks so much for that 10 bomb. I'm a Kenyon Drake owner. I need some advice. I picked Lindsey up, and I'm going to start him. Flex Drake, Debo, or John Brown?
With John Brown not being 100%, I'm just going to lean towards Drake.
I'm also going Drake.
Ryan Gata, hey, fellas, should I start Keelan Cole over John Brown at wide receiver this week?
Yeah, probably. As of right now, probably be safer.
Yep. Even if John Brown does play, I like Cole's matchup a lot.
How about Chase Edmonds over AP in the flex?
Yeah, I would probably do Edmonds. Yep.
Yep, I'd be okay with that.
Smash that like button, headliners. Great message there, Ryan. Dave McVicker, Chris, New England defense or Colts defense, and why? GL this week.
Ooh, so I'm going to go with the Colts just because the Patriots are playing the Broncos, and it looks like Drew Lock will be back, but the Colts defense has been absolutely tenacious this year. So I'm going to move the Colts from my number 3 spot to my number 2, bumping the Patriots out of that location right now.
Matt Mahana with a 20 bomb. Thanks so much, Matt. Trade. I just got Ridley in a trade. My wide receivers are stacked and running backs are meddling. Do I trade Julio, Singletary, Drake for Aaron Jones? I'm okay with that. If your running backs or if your wide receivers are stacked and you can afford to give up the running back depth, Aaron Jones is far superior to Drake and Singletary.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot to give up, but if you have that much depth, then I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Isaiah with a 10 bomb. Thanks so much, Isaiah. Matt Ryan. Should I play Dalton, Minshew, or Cousins instead?
Go with the stash. Go with the stash.
The stash? You gonna go with Minshew?
Heck yeah.
Trust in the Minshew. I have Cousins a couple spots higher than Minshew just because DJ Chark's not out there and that's his binky. But other than that, I mean, I don't hate either one.
And Isaiah says, "Oh, and Chris, suck it." He says we aren't friends anymore, Chris. There are no bad questions.
That's right. That's awesome.
Only bad people.
All right, so we are over 800 likes. So Jake, why don't you start setting up young Jaden for his first Let It Flow? I'm going to go through some of these questions with Chris while you do that, and then once you guys are ready, we'll let it flow. How does that sound?
Let's do it.
Chris, you ready to roll through some of these with me?
Yes.
All right. A year in the life of Anxiety Joe, one day at a time. Full PPR pick 3. Adams, Parker, Cooper, Juju.
I'm going to go Adams, Parker, and Juju.
Have Cooper on my bench, but looking at him on the bench is scaring me. Also, Cam or Big Ben need a dub.
Oh, I'm going to go Cam against the Broncos.
Issue Fish, Flex, in PPR leagues. Please pick 2. Joe Mixon, Odell Beckham Jr., Antonio Gibson, Chase Claypool, Tyler Boyd, Phillip Lindsay. Pick 2.
Mixon and OBJ.
Beckham, Gibson, Claypool, Boyd, Lindsay.
Yep, Mixon and OBJ.
Jose Hernandez throwing out the 10 bomb. First, happy birthday to Jake's son. You are in the presence of fantasy greatness. Thank you, guys. And a full PPR pick 1. Scary Terry, Crowder, Julio, or Claypool.
I'm going to go Scary Terry.
I already have Kenny G and Bobby Trees starting. Jonas Etchelberger. I was offered McCaffrey for Dalvin Cook. I accepted due to the Cook injury. What do you think? My other running backs are JT and Sanders.
Yeah, you have great running back depth, so I'm okay with it.
Gutrot 851. Should I trade CEH for Mostert in a full PPR league?
I think it's close, but I like the upside of CEH even with Bell coming in. So
Orly, half PPR league, pick 2. Mostert, Hunt, or Robinson. Appreciate y'all.
I'm assuming Robinson is James Robinson. So if it is, then I'm going to say James Robinson.
Pick 2.
Oh, sorry. What were the other options?
Mostert and Hunt.
Give me Hunt and James Robinson.
Shifty Shafts, Shenault, Janu, Henderson, or Tim Patrick in a PPR. Pick 1.
Oh, give me Shenault.
Ryan Gilbert with a 5 bomb. Thanks so much, Ryan. Isaiah, leave me alone. Chris, Kyle, Jake, and hell, even young Hub Washington or Miami D this week. Also, Josh Allen bounced back in my Superflex this week. Chris, you're going to answer this just to stick it to Isaiah.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Because I got lost in translation there.
Washington or Miami D?
Oh, give me the Dolphins defense, hands down.
Also, Josh Allen in my Superflex this week, looking for the bounce back.
Josh Allen is my QB2 this week, so absolutely.
Hector Urano, QB, Herbert or Tannehill for the rest of the season?
Tannehill, absolutely.
Keep up the great work. Happy birthday, Jaden. Preston J, I did CMC and White for Kamara. Was that the right choice?
I I'm not a huge fan of it. I'd rather have CMC for the rest of the year, but for the short term, I understand why you did it.
Kenny Wong, sup guys? Woods or Lamb and PPR for my flex? That's Woods, right?
Woods.
Wade County 305 with the 20 bomb. Thank you so much. He says, appreciate all your videos. PPR, pick 3 wide receivers: Cooper, Galladay, Parker, Boyd.
I'm going to go Galladay, Parker, Cooper.
He says he could drop Lutz. He has Sanders in at the moment, and pick up Keelan Cole, Chenault, Brandon Cooks, Christian Kirk, or Hardman. If that's Emmanuel Sanders, I would rather have Christian Kirk over Emmanuel Sanders this week.
I would too.
Isaiah Sanders or David Johnson is my RB2. Love everybody here, just not an infected and mean Chris. I don't know what beef you guys have, but it's hilarious.
It's amazing. And I'm going to go Sanders.
Sean Wagner, start Matt Ryan or pick up Fitz or Dalton and play one of them instead.
I have Fitzpatrick ranked higher, but I don't think you need to drop Matt Ryan to pick up either of those guys.
Also, need one flex: Ingram, Hockenson, or Preston Williams in a standard league.
Oh, I like Hockenson, but I'm going to go Williams there.
Navi Baines, thanks so much for the 5 bomb. Appreciate you. Oh no. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
It skipped all the way to the bottom. I got to go back up. We were just getting our flow going too.
We're about to get the flow going.
Oh my gosh. There it is. Rosetown Romper, Drake or Devontae Freeman.
Give me Freeman.
Ryan Gilbert, standard league, need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Evans, Robinson, Thielen, or Hollywood Brown.
Give me Thielen and Evans, and then we'll go Robinson as well. So
Gustavo Montez de Aca, Damian Harris, or Swift at the flex in a standard.
DeAndre Swift.
James Gassman, A. Gibson, Gaskin, or Justin Jefferson in a half PPR. We need 1 running back and 1 flex.
Gibson and Jefferson.
Matthew Plevel, 6-person, 2-quarterback league. Worked hard to get my super team. Got Mahomes, Lamar, Henry, Zeke, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Connor Madison, Mike Evans, Kelsey, Lamb, Gostkowski, and Crosby. I need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex and a kicker. So start with 2 running backs. Henry and Zeke, Connor and Madison.
I'm going to go Henry and Madison.
Zeke for the flex then?
Yep, Zeke for the flex, absolutely.
2 wide receivers, Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams, right?
Yep, not even a question.
And then kicker, Gostkowski or Crosby?
Give me Crosby over Gostkowski.
Ginger Fit Dad, half PPR, OBJ, Crowder, Henderson, Woods, or Lindsey in the flex. We're picking 1.
Woods.
Kirk Perez, much love, gents. Half point PPR flex options. Need 1. D'Ernest, James White, or Gallup.
I'm gonna go with Gallup there.
The Bago, 5-0. Thanks to the help each week. Flex David Johnson or Bobby Trees. It's a full PPR. Playing the second place team. Gotta dominate.
Give me Bobby Trees.
John H. in a half PPR, Schultz, Tanyan, or Ebron. In what order? For me this week, I've got them Ebron, Tanyan, and Schultz.
I was going to say the exact same order.
Edrino, who should I start on my flex? Cooper Kupp or Antonio Gibson in a PPR? Thanks, appreciate it.
I'm going to go Cooper Kupp.
Devin Chakowski, prime rib or lobster, Jaden?
Lobster. Every time, lobster.
Prime rib or lobster?
I'll pass.
Pass. Altogether pass.
Oh my gosh. Happy birthday,
I'll take his prime rib and his lobster.
From the Mrs. Fantasy headliner, Jake, Kyle, and Chris, thank you for singing. Absolutely. I'm sorry that my voice was not good enough to overpower those 2. Dark Shiders, half PPR, need 1 flex. Crowder, OBJ, Lamb, or Gibson?
OBJ for me.
People keep asking who is Bobby Trees. That's Robert Woods. Johnny, half PPR, trade Mostert for Chubb, injury update. Yes, give me Chubb. I'll trade him.
All the Chubb.
I don't think we have much of an injury update. We're still just kind of waiting for him to work his way back at this point.
Yep.
Jacob Jenkinson in a full PPR starting Woods, Evans, Drake, and Lindsey. Should my flex be Hollywood Brown, Edmonds, McLaurin, John Brown, or Brandon Cooks?
I'm going to go Terry McLaurin there.
Kyle Martin, what are your thoughts on Jacobs? Would you trade? Yeah, I'll still get Jacobs. Absolutely.
Yeah, give me Jacobs.
Navi Baines, Jonnu Smith or Cooper or Jamal Williams at the flex. Oh, that's Jonnu all day.
Yep. Not even close.
Darian Halliburton, pick 3. Julio, Godwin, Parker, and Cup. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to say sit Julio.
Isaiah. All right, Chris, your falsetto was okay, I guess. Should I roll with the Pittsburgh D or grab somebody else this week?
Figure it out yourself. No, I'm just joking. Pittsburgh's fine with me. Absolutely.
Dr. Razzle, which defense should I pick up and play this week? Carolina, Tennessee, or Washington?
Ooh, Washington is a sneaky pick, so I'm gonna say Washington.
10 p.m. Pedro, start 1 at the flex. Gibson, Lamb, Jefferson, and Claypool. Oh, start 1, flex 1, so you got to pick 2.
Sorry, can you read that again? Start 2 for
Gibson, Lamb, Jefferson, Claypool.
Give me Jefferson and Claypool.
Stabash Achaya, Hill, Ridley, Godwin, Lamb, Anderson, and Chark. Who should I start? 2 wide receivers and 1 flex.
Hill and Ridley at your wide receivers. And what were the other names?
Godwin, Lamb, Anderson, and Chark.
Anderson for the flex.
We're almost caught up with Super Chats, people. We're getting really close. Udolfo, Tuesley, PPR, flex, Chase Edmonds, Brandon Cooks, or Preston Williams.
Brandon Cooks.
JTP 8817. Who should I start? Singletary or Edmonds?
I'm going to go with Singletary there.
Pick 3 wide receivers: Godwin, Juju, Woods, and Fuller.
I'm going to go Juju, Woods, and Fuller just because I don't trust Godwin's hammy right now.
Kyle Martin, Moore, Hardman, or Cooks in a non-PPR?
I'm going to go DJ Moore.
John Leighton in a full PPR. Need 2 wide receivers: Beasley, Preston Williams, Gallup, Tim Patrick, or Keelan Cole.
Gallup and Beasley.
Are you flexing any of them over Gaskin?
No, I would definitely flex Gaskin.
Enrique Jr. 66. Who to start? Frank Gore or Burkhead? And who to start in the flex? Edelman, Brown, Cole, Tim Patrick, or Ayuk? So Gore or Burkhead? That's Gore for me.
Sorry. I said Gore, yeah.
Gore, okay. And then who to start in the flex? Edelman, Brown, Cole, Tim Patrick, or Ayuk?
Give me Edelman.
The Real G Squared, thanks for the 10 bomb. PPR, pick 2 wide receivers and a flex. Miles Sanders, CEH, Galladay, Amari, McLaurin, and John Brown.
That was 2 wide receivers or?
2 wide receivers and a flex. Miles Sanders, CEH, Galladay, Amari, McLaurin, and John Brown.
So Galladay and I'm going to go with Galladay and McLaurin as my wide receivers. And then for the flex, I'm going to go CEH.
Hey, he said, in my opinion, Ravens have been giving up points to running backs compared to Bills, so I'm leaning Sanders. Terry's utilized better than Cooper versus Giants. Stephen Bowman, start 1 at running back, Henderson or McKinnon?
That's tough. Give me Henderson, though.
Rocky Road Warrior, need 3 in a full PPR. J. Jeff, Juju, OBJ, McLaurin, and Ridley. Need 3.
McLaurin, Ridley, Jefferson.
Oh, man, we're getting so close. Hold on. We're going to get there. I just lost my spot again, of course. RHA Vlogs. I traded Kyler Murray and Connor for Mahomes and Montgomery. Did I win that trade?
Yeah. Yeah, you got Mahomes, so you're good.
Colwyn Porter, need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flex. So for running backs, Henry, Sanders, or Gibson?
Henry and Sanders for running back.
2 wide receivers: Godwin, Julio, Galladay, and Brown.
I want to say AJ Brown and who are the others? Sorry.
Godwin, Julio, Galladay, and Brown.
So Galladay and Brown just because of the health.
And then we need to flex 2 of the ones you did not pick.
I'm going to go with the other 2 wide receivers. I mean, even if they aren't 100%, they're the better options. So that's me, Godwin and Julio.
Luke Cox, pick 2. James Conner, Fuller, AJ Brown, Jefferson, and Parker.
I'm going to go Connor and AJ Brown.
Jake, do you want to keep rolling the super chat, or do you want to let it flow in the Headliners Club for a little bit?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't know. I can't see how many you got left, so.
We've got probably 15 to 20 left, maybe a little bit more.
Okay, we'll do a quick let it flow.
Okay, so Jake's going to let it flow. Jake and Jake Jr.
Well, he's going to be asking. He's asking the questions. We're giving the answers. He'll tell us who he's calling on for the question.
Okay, and then I'm going to pause the super chat for right now. We will get back to those in just a second. If you have sent a super chat question, we will get to it. I promise. You just got to stick around.
We can only answer so many questions at one time.
Yeah, and I'm going to let you two focus on these questions for right now.
Okay.
So Jake and Chris get the answer.
Okay, so just call on me or Chris, and then ask the question.
Okay. But
Kyle, you still got to count them in, though. Kyle.
Oh, we're gonna count them in. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for the best segment in the fantasy football industry today. That is right. Little Jaden Hubman, not so little anymore, on his 13th birthday, is going to let it flow for the first time. So count it down with me, ladies and gentlemen. A 3, a 2, a 1. Let's let it flow.
Josh Allen or Cam Newton, dead.
Rest of this week, give me Josh Allen still this week.
Fitzmagic or Deshaun Watson, Chris.
Oh, give me Fitzmagic.
Will Fuller, Miles Sanders, or Todd Gurley, Chris. At flex.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Miles Sanders.
Should I trade Waller, Rodgers, and Parker for Devontae Adams and Hunter Henry, Dad?
No, I would not.
Thank you. Watson or Cam, and for a flex, Landry or McCole Hardman, Chris.
I'm gonna go Cam and Landry.
I have Sanders.
No, switched on. You gotta read fast. You gotta go. You gotta hit that flow. Find the flow.
Evans or Fuller, V.
Which one? Me or Chris?
Chris.
Evans or Fuller, Chris?
Evans.
Perfect.
Cam or Cousins, Dad.
I got Cam's a little bit safer.
Dalton versus Tannehill rest of season, Kyle or Chris.
Tannehill, baby.
Wow, Tannehill.
Go down.
Okay, well, geez, quit bossing me around.
It's my birthday, so I can. Ma Ryan or Andy Dalton?
I don't know who Ma Ryan is, but it's either, I'm guessing it's Matt Ryan or Andy Dalton. I'm going to go with Andy Dalton.
You weren't called on.
I called myself.
Lindsey Freeman or Swift Flex, Chris?
I'm going to go with Lindsey.
Gibson or Lindsey, Chris?
Lindsey.
Gibson, Mixon, or Mozart, pick 2. Or Mostert, dead.
For 2 of those, I'll go with Mixon and a Mostert.
Roaster or Rojo, Chris?
I'm going to go with a little Rojo action there.
Oh, wow.
Julio or John Taylor, Chris?
Oh, give me Julio.
Foles or Burrows, dead?
Ugh. Neither, but if I had to choose one, I'd go with Burrow.
Should I trade Drake for Seth? I don't know.
CEH. Should you trade Jake for CEH? I don't hate that.
I'm okay with it.
Henry for CMC, Chris?
Yeah, I would definitely want CMC rest of the year.
But he said you have to trade Derrick Henry to get him.
Cinnamon sticks? No, don't do it.
No, don't do that.
Bell or Eckler, dead?
Eckler this week. Bell is not playing this week.
Hardman or Claypool, dead?
Claypool by a mile.
Pick 2 wide receivers: Amari Cooper, Robert Anderson, and AJ Brown, Chris.
I'm gonna go with Robert Woods and Anderson.
Robbie Anderson and AJ Brown, right?
Yep. Sorry, I thought it was Robert. I thought it was Bobby Trees and Anderson.
Gibson or Lindsey? Where'd you go?
Right here. Gibson or Lindsey? We're going Lindsey.
Woods or Gibson, Chris?
Woods.
OBJ or Galladay, Chris?
Galladay.
Stanford or Fitz, Dad?
Stafford or Fitz?
Godwin or Hollywood Brown, Chris?
I'm gonna go Hollywood Brown.
Fuller, Evans, or Mixon for flex, Chris?
I'm gonna go Evans.
Flex, Lamb, Jefferson, Henderson, Dad.
If I can only pick one, it's gonna be Justin Jefferson.
McLaurin or Montgomery, Dad?
I'm going with David Montgomery safer, Terry McLaurin the higher ceiling.
Mike Evans or Calvin Ridley, Chris?
Ridley all day.
Julio.
There you go.
Bobby Trees or Robert Woods?
Both. They're both the same guy.
Miles Sanders or Chris Godwin at
flex.
At flex.
Non-PPR. Sanders or Godwin?
Sanders.
Sit one Sanders, Davis, Mostert, or Taylor.
So we can sit one of Miles Sanders, Mike Davis, Raheem Mostert, or Jonathan Taylor, Chris.
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna sit Mostert.
A. Gibson or J. Taylor at flex, Chris?
Jonathan Taylor.
All right, here, hang on a second. Let me do a couple here real quick. You leave the helmet on. We got Drake or Lindsey. We're gonna lean towards Lindsey a little bit right now. Julio or Jonathan Taylor. I'm personally going Jonathan Taylor a little bit safer. Rojo or Edmonds. I'm sticking with Rojo, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Edmonds or Lindsey. I'll probably go Lindsey now with no Melvin Gordon. Gibson or Lindsey this week. Going with Lindsey. Gibson or Drake. They're pretty close. I think the higher upside is going to be Gibson this week. Flex, Lamb, Jefferson, or Henderson. I'm right now going to go with Jefferson, but I don't dislike Lamb either. What about Taylor or Drake? Definitely going Taylor. Fitz, Matt, or Dalton this week. It's all about Fitz magic. Pick 2, Claypool, Jefferson, Lamb. In a PPR league, I'm going with Jefferson and Lamb, but I hate to sit Claypool. Amari Cooper or Bobby Trees? Oh, look at that. I didn't even have to say Amari Cooper. Somebody else did. Perfect. McLaurin or Montgomery? Give me Montgomery. Connor or Gaskin in a standard league? Still going to go with Connor there. Anyway, Jonnu or Andrews? Both. Love them both. I think Jonnu's almost about to pass them both, though. I'm going to go with Jonnu Smith. Do I trade David Montgomery for CEH? I don't hate it, but it depends on the depth on your roster. Josh Allen or Kyler Murray? This week, I got Kyler Murray number 1. Henderson or Akers? Right now, it's Henderson, but Akers is going to start closing the gap. Fitz or Brady? Right now, going with Fitz. Julio or Jonathan Taylor? It's still Jonathan Taylor. Slayton or Hardman? Going Slayton. Ebron or Hooper? I'm going with Ebron. Edmonds or Peterson? Give me Edmonds. Drake or Edmonds? I got Edmonds 2 spots higher. Henderson or Akers? Still Henderson. Boyd or Claypool? This week, I'm going to go with Chase Claypool. RB, PPR, CEH, or David Montgomery? If I had to choose between the one this week, it's definitely CEH. Brady or Fitz? Still Fitz. Will Fuller or Robbie Anderson this week? I think Will Fuller has the higher ceiling. Robbie Anderson slightly safer. Julio rest of season. Yes, I'm a little bit worried Julio rest of season because once he gets injured, they seem to drag on a little bit. Edmonds or Peterson? Give me Edmonds. Rojo or Lindsey? They're both a toss-up. Got Rojo a couple spots higher. Boyd or Claypool? Already answered that one. Ronald Jones or Reggie Bush? I'm not going to go with Reggie Bush this week. He hasn't played for a while. What about Justin Jefferson or Claypool? I love both of them. Jefferson slightly higher, but I hate to sit Claypool there. Look at those starting lineups. I don't see any starting lineups right now. All I see is a butt ton of questions flowing in. Trade Dalton or Matt Ryan? Why do you have so many quarterbacks is my question. Trade Mixon, Ridley, Jonnu, and Jarvis, and receive CMC and Ridley. And Kelsey. Mixon, Ridley, Jonnu, and Jarvis. No, that's way too much. Not doing that. You will cripple your team for the next couple weeks. Godwin or Parker at the flex? I'm going to play it safer and go with Parker. Justin, or did that one. Boyd or Lindsey? I'm going Lindsey. Stafford or Big Ben? Got Stafford a couple spots higher. Gurley or Mixon in a full PPR. Right now, I have Gurley 2 spots higher. Whew. All right. We caught on multi-flow there.
Sort of.
All right, I'm going to let it flow through the super chats real quick. Colin Porter, need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 2 flex. Oh, we got that one already. Luke Cox, pick 2, James Conner, Fuller, AJ Brown, Jefferson, and Parker. It's going to be James Conner, and Parker for me. Isaac Junovich. Sup, boys? Jake Jr., Standard League. Oh, okay. No, he wants Jake Jr. to answer this one. Standard League, start 1. Jefferson, Gallup, or DJ Moore?
Jefferson, Gallup, or DJ Moore? Pick 1.
Say it again.
Jefferson, Gallup, or DJ Moore?
Gallup.
Gallup is his choice this week.
He's going to go Gallup. I'm going Jefferson. 4-1. Thanks, guys. Love you. Anthony DeCola. Trade Moore, James Conner. I have Jerry Fuller and James Robinson. I would rather have James Conner, even though it's a little bit riskier right now, given your wide receivers. But Conner, a little bit safer considering what we've seen from Moore so far. Drew 1402, flex Rojo or Juju. It's Juju for me. Lockford 23, Freeman or Cooks in the flex in a full PPR. If you want to be safe, then put Freeman in there, but Cooks is going to have a much higher upside. Philip Parrish, pick 1 wide receiver and 1 flex. Woods, Fuller, Jefferson, Jonnu, Harris, standard league. Thanks. For me, wide receiver, it's going to be Woods. And then my flex is going to be Fuller because it is a standard league, high upside touchdown play. Mr. Dr. Professor Ozzy Senpai, my team is stacked with wide receivers in a full PPR. OBJ, Galladay, CeeDee Lamb, Robbie Anderson, or Hollywood Brown. For my 2 wide receivers, it's going to be Galladay and OBJ for me just barely. Jason Dale. Start 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and 1 flex. Madison, Gaskin, Drake Swift, and Fournette. For my 2 running backs, it's going to be Madison and Gaskin there. For the flex, I'm going to go with Drew. No, I'm not going to go with him. I'm actually going to go 3 wide receivers, Juju, Thielen, and Hill. And then I will put Drake in the flex. Ryan Gilbert, standard. Henderson, Peterson, or Singletary. It's Singletary for me. Kirk Perez, pick 2 in a super flex. Bridgewater, Fitzmagic, and Tannehill. It's Fitzmagic, and Tannehill for me. Raul Perez, full PPR, Minshew or Brady. Chris loves him some Minshew this week. I'll go ahead and roll with him. He's got Godwin. If that makes any difference, it doesn't to me. David Z. I have Amari and Gallup, but I'm really nervous about playing them with the unknown of Dalton. Would I be dumb to play Marquise Brown instead in a full PPR? Absolutely not. I got Brown as a start. I've got those 2 guys as a sit. Telugu McKella, appreciate the donation. Sorry you retracted your message. I can't answer it now. Yin Yang, pick 3, Hopkins, Lamb, Galladay, McLaurin, and Claypool. It's Hopkins, Galladay, and McLaurin for me. Russ the Muss. Trade James Robinson for Mostert? No, I would not. Also, either Judy Higgins or Tyler Boyd for a half PPR. That's Tyler Boyd for me. Ryan Opelnick, thoughts on Keenan Allen the rest of the season with Herbert at QB? Love it. Keenan Allen is getting a massive amount of targets. Matthew Plevel, pick 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. Henry and Zeke are going to be my running backs there 100%. 2 wide receivers, I'm picking Hill and Devontae Adams. And then for my flex, I'm going to go with Madison. For kicker, I'm going to go with Gostkowski over Crosby. Thanks, you guys are the best. Also, for a 2 QB league, have Mahomes and Jackson. What to do? In a 2 QB league, you've got Mahomes and Jackson. You keep both of them and play them every week. That's what you do. That's awesome. Work for what you want. Gaming, pick 2. Kupp, Crowder, and Julio. It's Kupp and Crowder for me. Traded John Brown, Bell, and Tanyan for Julio and Ingram. Also have Kelsey and Hopkins. Wanted Julio to sit this week. Go ahead and sit him and play those other guys. Tons of upside there. Scott Fiore, 2 flex spots. Madison, DJ Moore, Chark, and Gallup. That's going to be Madison and DJ Moore for me. Barely over Gallup. Homer Star Hobo, maybe standard, pick 1. Tight end, Gronk, Irv Smith Jr., Darren Fells, or Trey Burton. I've got Trey Burton just in front of Irv Smith. Harold Sedano, boys, what's happening? What's going on? Harold, Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson? I'm going to keep playing Lamar Jackson. Yeah, he hasn't been what he was last year, but he still hasn't been bad by any means. Dylan Swain, pick 1 in a full flex PPR. Devontae Parker, Jefferson, Edmonds. That's going to be Parker for me. Also Cam Newton or stream Stafford against the Jags. I'll go ahead and stream Stafford against the Jags with Cam Newton coming back this week. Jose Torres, which defensive special team? Cleveland, Philadelphia, Giants, or Titan? Chris, go.
Evo.
Cleveland, Philadelphia, Giants, Titans. Which one?
Giants. Top 5 defense this week.
Tony Pannone, half PPR, Cousins, Matt Ryan, or Dalton. For me this week, it's going to be Cousins. Pick 3, Mixon, Evans, Crowder, Bobby Trees. If I'm picking 3, it's Crowder, Bobby Trees, and Mixon to be safe. If you want to try and get a little bit more upside, you can go Evans, but I would go Mixon this week. James McIntosh and a full point PPR. Pick 3, Tyreek, yes, Scary Terry, Robbie Anderson, and AJ Brown. I'll go with AJ Brown and then Scary Terry, barely over Robbie Anderson. Alan Y, I appreciate you guys so much. Please help me pick 2 or 3 to start from Julio, McLaurin, Galladay, also PPR running backs. So pick 2 of the 3. I'm going McLaurin and Galladay. For the PPR running back, I'm going CEH over Montgomery. Matthew Cooper and a half PPR, 2 running backs and a flex. Singletary, Lindsey, Freeman, Edmonds, Higgins. 2 running backs for me are going to be Singletary and Lindsey. And then the flex is going to be Freeman, barely over Higgins. Hugo, Santa Cruz. Who do I start? Kupp, AJ Brown, Hollywood Brown, or Crowder? And do you like Gaskin in the flex? I like Gaskin in the flex. I don't mind that. Kupp is going to start at wide receiver, but you've got a whole lot of talent there that you can pick from. Big Shaq, I give CMC, Claypool, and Lamar. For Miles Sanders, Crowder, and Cam. Sanders, Crowder, and Cam are going to give you a little bit more of return on value Lamar have the higher upside for the entire year. Already have CEH, James Robinson, and Eckler. For me, I'm taking that CMC side. Alejandro Kamara, Hurst, or Burton, and why from all three of you guys? PPR, please. It's Burton for me. Jake?
What?
Burton or Hurst?
God.
He wants opinions from all three of us.
I'll have to say Hurst just because I just can't ever trust Trey Burton.
I'm going to take the upside there. I'm going to go with Mr. Trey Burton there.
I'm going to go with Trey Burton because he's seen his snap percentage increase the last 3 weeks, and there's no Mo Cox, Mo problems this week either. Also, Hurst has basically sucked every game so far this season. They suck worse than Comcast at this point. I lost my spot. Where'd it go to? Oh, no. Ryan Gilbert, need a quarterback for Stanford, Minshew, or Fitzmagic. Chris has got Fitzmagic this week, right?
Not over Minshew now. I got
Minshew first. I'm picking Fitzmagic. Chris is picking Minshew. Colin McDermott, pick one wide receiver, Odell Evans or Anderson. It's going to be Odell barely for me. And then picked 3 running backs, Hunt, Gaskins, Montgomery, and Taylor. And the 1 tight end, Ertz or Hawkinson. Hawkinson's going to be the tight end. My 3 running backs are going to be Hunt, Montgomery, and Taylor. Thanks for the 10 bomb, Orly. Full PPR pick 3, Ridley, Jefferson, Moore, Gallup, Hilton, and Slayton. It's going to be Ridley, Jefferson, and Moore. And then separate full PPR flex, Slayton or Chenault. It's going to be Chenault. Kuba Steele, CEH, and Allen Robinson for Michael Thomas and Le'Veon Bell. Give me the A-Rob side for right now and the CEH side. Why? Because it could be 2 weeks before we really see Le'Veon Bell do anything, and Robinson's healthy right now, and Michael Thomas is punching teammates and getting hurt. I-360, Tulchi, MT for Hopkins or MT for Mostert and Will Fuller. If you're getting Hopkins, I'm taking Hopkins over MT, but I wouldn't trade MT for Mostert and Will Fuller, and I wouldn't trade Hopkins for MT if that makes sense. Bave, pick 2, Lindsey, Drake, Hardman, Moss, and a PPR. It's Lindsey and Drake for me. Austin Klein, what's up, boys? What's up, Austin? And Chris, what do you think about Singletary, Tanyan, and McLaurin for Jonnu and Gordon? My wide receivers are Woods, Galladay, and Crowder. Give me the Singletary, Tanyan, and McLaurin side. Even though my boy Jonnu's on the other one, Singletary and McLaurin over Gordon for me pretty easy. Mike Arroyo, trade Evans, Hunter, and Singletary. Acquire Kittle and Crowder or Boyd. I'll take the Kittle and Crowder over Boyd side. I get it. Okay, Evans, Hunter Henry, and Singletary for Kittle and Crowder or Boyd. I will take the Kittle and Crowder side over the other side. Phyllis White, 1, 2, 3, Edelman or Claypool for a PPR. Edelman's going to be much safer, but Claypool probably covers a much higher ground for you this week. Talego McCullough, tight end help, Trey Burton or Darren Fells. It's Trey Burton. Sandeep Badaram, PPR, 2 running backs in a flex. Singletary, Ingram, Hines, McKissick. It's going to be Singletary, Hines, and McKissick for me. Sorry. Singletary and McKissick, and then Ingram over Hines. The CV gun 1, 2, 3, pick 3, Taylor, Sanders, Jones, and Mixon in a half PPR. That's going to be Taylor, Sanders, and Jones. And then Debo or Hardman. Love the content, guys. I'm going to go Hardman for the upside this week. 1-0, Stafford or Dalton this week. I had Dak at Stafford for me. Serene, pick 3 and a half PPR. McLaurin, Woods, Fuller, or Crowder. For 3, it's going to be McLaurin, Woods, and Crowder for me. If you disagree with me, you're stupid. Loving the channel. Love it. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. McLaurin or OBJ in a full PPR. McLaurin's a little bit safer, but OBJ has better upside. Jack Andrew, pick 1 in a full PPR. Julio, McLaurin, Hollywood, or Chenault. That's going to be McLaurin for me. Boom, baby. Locked it in. That
was aggressive.
We let it flow to the max.
I mean, that was impressive. That was a lot of flow. We had a few minutes worth of flow.
Wait, I think I passed out for a second.
Chris left for a minute. Chris just said, "Hey, I'm out." Huh?
Did Jaden just talk smack about me?
No, but did you see the message that I put in the Discord chat? He wrote me a note and says that Chris and Kyle are stealing my spotlight.
Literally, it said they're stealing my spotlight. And it's awesome. His birthday.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Do I need to call child abuse again?
Yeah, it's like more child abuse here. I mean, from Chris, I mean, who knows? I mean, he's proven he's already going to do it anyway. All right, well, hey, real quick, before we get into a couple more fantasy football questions, he's got birthday presents to go play with, so he's going to say bye for the night. So he's going to wave goodbye. Hey, good job on your first ever Let It Flow.
Thank you.
We're going to need to work on that a little bit, though, because we got to pick up the speed a little bit.
This is my first time.
I know.
Don't judge me.
I won't judge you this time, but next time I will judge.
Chris,
Hey, it's his birthday. Don't you pump the brakes, all right? He did a phenomenal job. Great job, Jaden. Great job.
Thank you.
See, okay, now I'm the bad guy. That's
Chris. Let him handle his parenting duties.
Yeah.
No, because I have to step in and do it for him.
Are you, Kyle? Are you Chris's dad?
Did you say I'm Chris's dad?
No. I mean, he's old enough. Yeah, but no.
He's old enough to be. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, you go enjoy the rest of your birthday. We're gonna answer a few more fantasy football questions. Everybody say
happy birthday,
Jaden. Happy birthday.
Later, Jaden.
Save me some food.
Chris has to call me daddy from now on.
Oh God.
I swear to God, kid. I swear to God.
The Boston's coming out.
When the
Big
Boston
Rem's
comes out,
here.
you're serious.
He's been drinking.
Awesome.
Mike Arroyo wants to know if Jake agrees. Acquire Kittle and Crowder and trade away Evans, Hunter, and Singletary.
Acquire Kittle and Crowder. Get rid of Evans, Hunter, and
Henry
Singletary. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't really know what your running back depth is. I mean, me personally, I hate to give away a running back and not get one back unless I have at least 3 solid guys already on my team. So it just depends on what you have there at the running back position, but I don't hate it. Just depending on what you got.
EJ Graphics throwing out a $1 donation. We appreciate that. Brent Shin throwing out a 5-bomb. Appreciate you. Joe Bramblett, bench 1. Mixon, Taylor, David Johnson, Gaskin, and then Robbie Anderson or Hollywood Brown. I've got Anderson over Brown this week.
Yep.
Are we benching Mixon, Johnson, or Gaskin? Because I don't think we're benching Taylor.
No.
I'm gonna bench David Johnson just based on my rankings. I have Gaskin just above David Johnson.
Yeah, and I got him flopped, but they're close.
Okay.
There you go.
Kyle, did you get a drink of water?
Do I need one?
I don't know. Do you? I mean, Chris left and got himself a cold drink.
I'm no longer parched.
You left? Did you get up and leave while I was flowing?
Yeah, you passed. You must have just blacked out while you were just flowing.
Wait. Chris, I know that this is your first in-season live show, but if you ever disrespect me by getting up in the middle of a flow again, I swear to God, I'm coming down there.
No. You swear to God.
I swear to God.
Swear to God, kid.
I swear to God, kid.
But you know what? It was worth it. All right, my absence was worth it.
Yeah, exactly. I see Pavi Sahota out there says, "Yo, Jake, Ingram or Gesicki?" I'm still going to stick with Gesicki. I personally have never been an Ingram truther, even though better days look like they're coming. I just can't do it.
1-0 says last one, Gibson, Mixon, CEH, Gaskin, need 2. Right, CEH is definitely 1. So are we going Gaskin, Mixon, or Gibson after that?
Man, I have a hard time.
CEH and Mixon.
Yeah, I have a hard time not picking Mixon there, even though he's not the safest of all the options.
Avery Dunn says 1 wide receiver and 1 flex. Judy Gallup, Hilton, Higgins, and Swift.
Man, I'm probably going to go with Gallup, and it's not safe, but I gamble probably and go with Swift.
I was just going to say, I really like Swift this week. I'm going to go Swift and Gallup.
Yeah.
K-Chu is in the Headliners Club, and he just called out everybody watching. Why is that? Because he's challenging you all to hit that like button so we can let it flow again at 1,100 likes, and I will do it.
I'll do it. I'll throw the helmet on this time if we can get to 1,100.
Let's go. 1,100 likes, and we're going to let it flow again. So if you want to see the most entertaining segment in the fantasy sports industry today, 1,100 mother effing likes. Let's go. What's
do
the
it
Discord
to it.
Chat talking?
Isaiah's calling my accent a not nice word. So
Anna said that you have to call me daddy for the rest of the show.
Yeah, and Upside agreed with her, which I think is absolute nonsense.
Wow. This is the kind of stuff that happens on our Discord channel. Like, this is what happens. Like, this is almost unhealthy friendships right here.
Rosetown Romper wants to know Cooks or Boyd. That's Boyd for me.
Boyd.
Gotta agree.
We're going to let it flow. K Chew is challenging you all to 1,100 likes to let it flow. And there's 1,149 of you watching right now. So we can easily hit that. All you got to do is use your mouse, hover it over the like button, click it, and watch beauty unfold afterwards. I am such a hype man tonight.
You're what?
I'm a hype man tonight. I've got a little bit. I didn't think I was going to have this much energy after I literally was on the phone for like 18 and a half hours with Comcast today. I keep raising it a little bit every single time I talk about it.
Are you like DJ Khaled right now?
One more. Or another one.
Another one.
Another one.
That was like the whitest thing I've ever said. One more.
Manuel says, how do I join Discord? That's through Patreon, Manuel. Our MVP tier on Patreon gets access to Discord. We have, 24/7 live chats going on, injury updates, everything goes through Discord. Through
you get
Patreon.
DFS, you get articles, you get podcasts, all of the goodness.
Yeah, the podcast is pretty hilarious. Straight Chubb. It's the most underrated podcast there is.
E-Man says, Daddy Kyle, Hollywood, Devontae Parker, AJ Brown, OBJ, or Jefferson, pick 3 and a full PPR. Parker, Brown, and OBJ.
I'm gonna go Parker, Jefferson, and OBJ.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he asked me, son.
Yeah. I'm just
you ain't my daddy.
I'm gonna put this on because we're gonna hit 1,100, and the tension between you two is.
According to Anna, I am your daddy, and we all know that there's one thing Anna is. It's always right.
You walked out on my mother, so take that. All right.
I took her out to a nice dinner, and I never called her again.
Wow. Y'all need to take this offline. Let's see. What about Prax?
Which is better? Wait, which back and forth is better, Jake? Which one have you been caught in the middle of that you appreciate more? Dr. Ethan Turner and myself, or Chris Kennedy and myself?
Ooh, that's tough because you and Ethan have gotten into it before too. So that is tough. There was more. I think people really thought that you and Ethan were mad at each other. Like, I think they know that this is just joking around going, I think they legit thought you guys hated each other on video. So I'm probably going to have to say that Ethan kind of wins that one because they can tell this is just fun banter back and forth. But hey, it's all good. I saw one from...
Chris Chouse is out there.
Yeah, he is. Chris Chouse, Matt Galloway out in the chat. Prax, though, says Andy Dalton or Fitzmagic. We go on Fitzmagic this week.
Wait, who's in the chat?
Mac's
Who?
out there. Chris is out there. Oh,
Who?
Lone Boner. Hashtag
The
Lone Boner.
Lone Boner and the host of Straight Chubb, Mr. Chris Chouse.
That's right. They're both out there.
I was going to say something, but I can't because he'd be so pissed later.
Yeah, don't say it. Probably not. Probably not a good idea.
I know what you were going to say, too.
John 13NP says, is this show even about fantasy tonight? John, we've been going for 2 hours of nonstop fantasy.
Where have you been?
Just because you just showed up doesn't mean we haven't been talking football. Chill out. Let's see here. What about, is Matt Ryan droppable from Ugly Dude? It really depends. If you're in a 1 QB league and there's a lot of options out there, I don't hate it. You just end up having to stream for the rest of the year. Why are we hating on Chris Godwin? I didn't know we were. Have we been hating on Chris Godwin?
No, but I am hating on his hamstring. So.
You've been hating on Chris Godwin?
I don't think so. We've said that we don't know if we just trust him to be 100% healthy, but somebody said we're hating on Chris Godwin. I didn't know we were hating on him. We were just worried about the health of his hamstring.
Anton just says I look like Ben Roethlisberger. That's the first time I've gotten that one.
The beard needs to be a little bit longer.
You look more put together than Ben Roethlisberger does.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm also just trying to be nice and be on your good side. The face could be a little bit thinner, but
you should compliment your father more often.
Wow.
Mike Arroyo, thanks. Herbert, Kamara, Hunt, Gurley, Justin Jackson, James White, Damian Harris, Metcalf, Evans, Lamb, T. Higgins, Hunter Henry, Gesicki, and Pittsburgh defense. But there's no question.
I'm so confused.
I don't understand the question.
Oh, Jake, he's the one about trading Evans, Hunter, and Singletary to get Kittle and Crowder. That's his team.
Okay. What was it again then?
Herbert's his quarterback, and then Kamara, Hunt, Gurley, Justin Jackson, James White, and Damian Harris are his running backs.
You got plenty of options there. I don't hate it then being that you have 3 solid running backs ahead of him.
Oh God. Brent Jason K, full PPR. Can't lose versus my brother. All right, we got to come in clutch here. 2 wide receivers and 2 running backs and 1 flex. So for the wide receivers, we have to pick 2, Ridley, Woods, and Fuller.
Ridley and Woods.
Yeah, Ridley and Woods still.
We have to pick 2 running backs, Mixon, Gurley, Monty, Gaskin, and Swift.
I'm going to have to say Gurley and Monty.
I'm going to go Mixon and Monty, but I love Montgomery this week.
And then we got to pick 1 flex. That's Gurley, right? We're going to flex Gurley over Fuller.
Yeah.
Correct.
Brent Shin, Hardman, Drake, Edmonds, Claypool, Moore, Lindsey, pick 2. That's Lindsey and Claypool for me. Or do you go Drake?
I'm fine with Lindsey over Drake, but I think Claypool needs to be in there.
Yeah, I agree. Lindsey over Drake, I don't hate.
Jazzy's Florvilis. Start David Johnson or Julian Edelman in the flex and a full PPR.
Read him again.
David Johnson or Julian Edelman for the flex and a full PPR.
I mean,
I'm going to go David Johnson.
Of course, we're going to. Do you and I agree on anything tonight, Chris?
I like your shirt. Do you like your shirt?
I like my shirt. So cool.
All right, well, we agree.
Perfect.
David Hathaway said, who has the best fantasy headliners beard, Jake Kyle or Dr. Ethan Turner? Jake's disqualified because he doesn't have a beard. He has a goatee. Doesn't count. And it's 100% me. And if Dr. Ethan Turner has an issue with that, he can take that stethoscope of his and put it somewhere that the sun don't shine.
Wow. This is causing
I hope
feel
he's
so uncomfortable right now, and he's not even here.
Wow.
You can listen to your insides with that, Dr. Ethan Turner.
There's a lot of tension here. A lot of tension. We
I'm
need
so
like
upset
a
with
team
Comcast.
building
I'm
exercise.
gonna start taking it out.
We need to get the lone boner in here as like a mediator.
Yeah. Where's the lone boner at?
Mac is such a calming presence. Like, I can't be upset around Mac.
Exactly. So I feel like he would be a good mediator to kind of bring everyone together.
Plus, Mac is bigger than all of us, so if we got out of the line, he could handle it.
Oh, he would just smack everybody around.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 difficult leagues. Okay, so 2 difficult leagues. Pick 3 running backs in a PPR. Sanders, Madison, Jones, or CEH.
So many options. Say him again.
Sanders, Madison, Jones, or CEH.
And how many can we pick?
3. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to sit any of them.
I'm gonna say Madison, Jones, and CEH are my picks.
Yeah, I mean
over Sanders, Jones over Sanders.
Yeah,
probably. Even though I don't like that, but yeah, probably.
I mean, the fact that Aaron Jones right now is leading all running backs in red zone targets. I mean, he's just gonna get more scoring opportunities.
And then pick 2: Henderson, CEH, or Taylor.
CEH and Taylor. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Hussein Rizk, is this show even about fantasy anymore? Jesus. We just spent like an hour and 45 minutes answering fantasy questions. Why even send that dono? Go away.
I think he's saying it as like like jokingly because he's in all of our chats and everything. I'm guessing he was being sarcastic.
I know he's around quite a bit, so yeah. I'm giving him a hard time. I was bringing swag out for a second to fire back at him.
Perfect.
No, that's cool. Maybe Jake should just do his job. You know.
What'd you just say?
Nothing.
Wow.
Oh my God.
My bad, Dad.
Wow.
Merciful Duke. Yeah, watch your mouth when you talk to your elders. Are you older than Chris?
I'm older than everybody.
Chris
Actually,
like,
no.
36?
Lone Boner is older than me. Sorry, Matt. I got to call you out.
I'm 37, so.
Hussein, we knew you were just trolling, man. I was trying to give you a hard time back. I think I may have come off a little strong though, based on
well done.
Based on my response. Merciful Duke, pick 2 in a PPR: McLaurin, Julio, OBJ, and Edelman.
I still don't. I love Julio, but I've got to go with McLaurin and OBJ just to be safe.
Yeah, I have to agree.
K Pariah had sent in a message, but he's retracted it, so now I can't read it. But thanks for your $5. Choi Montaya, start 2. Montoya, start 3. Excuse me. OBJ Crowder, John Brown, Slayton, Chark.
OBJ, Crowder, and Slayton for me.
Yeah.
And then in a full PPR, start 1. Irv Smith, Ebron, or Fells. Ebron is the highest for me.
I want to be bold here. Bold for me would be saying Irv Smith.
I'm the same way. I have Irv Smith as a really high GPP pick right now in DFS. Ebron is safe, but give me some Irv Smith coming off of a career high game last week of a whopping 65 yards.
Yeah, I like it. Exactly what they should have been doing all season long with Irv Smith Jr.
Yeah,
Vikings, you morons. James Gassman with the big old 10 bomb all over the place. Thanks so much, James. 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 flex, and a half PPR for the wide receiver, Jefferson, Chenault, or Julio.
Man. I mean, I hope Julio doesn't come out and is 100% healthy and makes everybody just look stupid who didn't start him. I mean, It's just a huge, huge risk to do that. In my opinion, I still think Jefferson is safer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to start Julio, but I can't trust him right now. So I would have to say Justin Jefferson.
All right, we need a running back now. Gibson or Edmonds or Gaskin? Gaskin, Gibson, or Edmonds?
Gaskin for me.
I have Edmonds a couple spots. Actually, I have Edmonds 1 spot higher than Gaskin, but they're super close.
And then we need to flex somebody that we did not pick.
Right now, it would be Gibson for me, unless you want to gamble and take the chance on Julio. That's your opportunity to do it if you're willing to be a little risky.
Yeah, I've got Gibson right underneath Gaskin as my RB18, so I would say flex Gibson.
Audie Augustin, need help, running backs, pick 3. Madison, Gaskin, Robinson, and Henry.
Henry, Madison, and Robinson.
Not even close for me. Absolutely.
Yep. And then he doesn't say how many wide receivers, so let's just rank them in order. Galladay, Parker, OBJ, and Robinson.
Galladay, Robinson, OBJ Parker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Tight end, Ebron or Jonnu Smith. That's Jonnu Smith 100%. If you
all
say
day
anything else, I'm leaving.
Yes, exactly. We agree.
Much respect. Thanks so much for the question. Matt Lack, Chase Edmonds or Swift in standard scoring for the flex.
I'm taking a chance on DeAndre Swift. I really think that Swift has a really solid game this week, so I'm going Swift.
Trust the gut feeling of one Chris Kennedy.
Anthony DeCola, trade Jerry and Tim Patrick for James Conner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me James Conner.
100%.
Nazafi, Bobby Trees, Lamb, and Devontae Parker, pick 2. That's Parker and Trees for me.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, over Lamb?
I hate to sit Lamb because I think he has a solid week, but out of those choices, that's what I would go as Parker and
I'm
Trees.
with you.
Coach Curly21 says Julio isn't even on the injury report. He's fine. He also wasn't on the injury report 2 weeks ago, and he barely played in the second half.
Yeah,
is he fine, though?
Halftime.
Yeah.
I mean, Julio is the number 1 decoy in all of football, and it's not the first time it's ever been used either, so you just never know.
Colin Stoffel and a half PPR Godwin or OBJ for the flex. He's currently starting Tyreek and Crowder.
I probably lean towards OBJ slightly.
Yep, same here.
Kevin Lefber, Brady,
Lefebvre.
Allen, Big Ben, pick 2.
Out of Brady, Josh Allen, and Big Ben, right now I have Josh Allen and Big Ben as my 2 highest.
Josh Allen is my QB2, so it's Josh Allen hands down.
Yeah.
Gio got bands. Half PPR start Ebron or Zach Ertz. That's Ebron for me.
Zach Ertz has just fallen off the face of the earth at this point. And I don't understand. Well, how can you have no pass-catching weapons in Philadelphia and you don't have more Zach Ertz involved?
It's almost as if he needs the competition of Dallas Goedert just for him to kind of like step up above and beyond.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
He's less dependable than Comcast internet service, if I had to compare it to anything.
Yes. Well stated.
Yeah.
Ace Unchained 26. Out of Hunter Henry, Robert Tonyan, and Evan Ingram, which one do you believe will produce the most points the rest of the season? That's Hunter Henry for me. Getting tons of targets. He just hasn't really found the end zone yet.
I mean, I know Tonyan is the popular choice for a lot of people because of recency bias, but I also think that plays a big part that Devontae Adams wasn't involved in that offense. So
yeah,
that's what worries me.
I think people need to pump the brakes with Robert Tonyan. I mean, give me Hunter Henry. He's in the better offense overall, where that should be scoring more points. So give me Henry.
Yeah. Samir Reed, DJ Moore or Edmonds for the flex?
I'm going DJ Moore.
Yeah, I lean towards DJ Moore.
He says he has Ridley, Galladay, Mixon, and Madison. Cook, Carson, and Akers are on the bench. Love your content, guys. Yeah, going DJ Moore there.
God, well done with that roster.
Yep.
Jonas Fisher. I have CMC, Cook, Madison Davis, Freeman, Sanders, Hopkins, Thielen, Beckham, and McLaurin. Should I trade CMC and Beckham for Henry in an 8-team league? I'm going to stick with CMC. You've got good depth at running back right now, and you have Davis, so you have him covered right now anyway, so keep CMC.
Yep, agreed. Because once CMC comes back, Davis will lose value, and you won't miss anything.
Jay Lopez, my CMC for Hopkins and Boyd.
And he has, who else does he have?
Running backs are Connor, Hunt, Chubb, Justin Jackson, and Harris. At wide receiver, he has Adams, Thielen, Scary Terry, Brown, and Landry. So for me, I'm keeping CMC because you've already got 2 wide receiver ones and Scary Terry, who's right around that wide receiver one every single week. There's no reason for you to take CMC out of those running backs.
Yeah, no, I agree. Just hold on to him.
Troy Montoya, should I trade OBJ for Drake, Juju, and Hines? My running backs were Chubb and Eckler, and they're both injured.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, you're trading OBJ, but you're getting Juju back, and then you're just gaining 2 running backs. Hines kind of iffy, but Drake is, at least he can only go up from here.
I'll say Drake has more upside, so yeah, I'm okay with it.
Austin Klein with the 10 bomb. Austin, appreciate you. Oof, the deal went through already. The Singletary, Tonyan, and McLaurin for Gordon and Jonnu. Was that a bad play? Was worried about Tonyan still getting good passing work with Adams coming back. Adams still going to get some work, and the upside of McLaurin to me is a lot better than Gordon every single week. Singletary, I mean, he's still floating around there as being a guy that you can put in, even though the upside hasn't been great so far this year. Do I think you messed up? I don't think you messed up, but I just would have preferred the other side.
Yeah.
And then Ray throwing out the 1 bomb. Appreciate you, Ray. Thank you so much.
I think Chris is just shaking his head at Austin is what he's doing, which is really
no,
rude.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at our Discord chat, and it's literally just all focused on me right now, and it's ridiculous.
This is awesome. I mean, because usually it's focused on me and my sunburns. So the fact that it's not me.
Yeah, Jake, don't you have like a soccer tournament that you need to be at? Get some sun or no?
I was there. Okay. I was there all morning, and you know what? Right. I had a big sombrero hat and everything because I'm like, I am not going on this show with a sunburn tonight.
Insane. Like anyone
I'll take a little bit of the heat off of you too. Someone in the chat said I looked fat earlier.
No, that was me in the YouTube screen.
Oh, wow.
Go to your room.
You guys.
Sorry, Dad. My bad.
Wow.
Avery Dunn in a PPR, Mahomes, Cook, Bell. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, so here's the full roster. He wants to know, he's 4-1. Any roster moves or trade targets / suggestions. PPR, Mahomes, Cook, Bell, Madison, Mostert, Swift, and Eckler. Thielen, Deontay Johnson, Gallup, Judy, Higgins, Hilton, and Jonnu.
Wow.
Personally, I go, oh man.
That's tough.
Actually, I think about, I at least go out there and shop Le'Veon Bell right now.
Oh, absolutely. With him on the Chiefs,
yeah,
sell high on him if you can.
Just to see what you could get. I'm not going to say just trade him away, but because somebody out there, if they're not overly paying attention, is just going to overpay like nobody else's business. So I would dangle him out there and be like, hey, Bell signed with the Chiefs. I'm putting him on the trade block, what offers are out there. And just to see, because you still have Cook, Madison, Mostert, Swift, Eckler could be coming back at some point. I mean, just to see what you could get. Because
let's be honest, we don't know what his touch percentage is actually going to be. We don't know if it's going to be a 50-50, 60-40. So if you can get, a good haul in return for Le'Veon Bell, I'm okay with making that move.
Yep.
Avery, appreciate that 10 bomb. Daniel Orton, 1 flex. DJ Moore, Preston Williams, or Travis Fulgham in a PPR. I need a win. I'm going to go with DJ Moore there.
Yeah.
I'm going with DJ Moore.
Yeah, me too.
Adam Zenzelmayer, 2 at the flex. Woods, R. Jones, Claypool, and Gibson. That's Woods and Ronald Jones.
Ronald.
I
mean, yeah, Woods for sure. I would say that Ronald Jones may be the next safer option. If you want a higher ceiling, then you go Claypool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rojo just to be a little bit safer.
Merciful Duke in a PPR flex. Judy J. Smooth, Gallup or Singletary. I'm going with J. Smooth. Give me Jonnu Smith.
You gonna flex your tight end?
I'm gonna flex it, and boy, is it gonna feel fabulous. Squeeze it really tight, and then I let it loose.
Maybe the safer floor. Yeah, I still think Gallup has a slightly higher ceiling this week, though.
Yeah, so I actually have Singletary 4 spots above Jonnu Smith in my flex rankings. So Singletary to be safe, but I love the upside of Jonnu and what he's been doing. So give me Jonnu Smith against a terrible Houston Texans defense.
You both flexing your tight ends.
Carlos Garcia throwing out a 2 bomb. Appreciate you. All Rise 99. Amari Cooper, Tyler Boyd, or Terry McLaurin in a standard league. McLaurin a little bit more upside, but Tyler Boyd is safer in my opinion.
I like Scary Terry.
Yep, I'll go with Terry and take that.
Adam Spizman threw out a donation with a question, but retracted that question. So thanks for the $5. Ginger Fit Dad with the $1 dono. Thank you. Easy Eddie 32. Hey guys, and a half PPR running backs. Half PPR for running backs and 2 points per PPR for wide receiver. So 1.5 PPR RBs, 2-point PPR wide receivers. Okay. Tight end Hooper or Schultz. It's Schultz for me 100%.
Yep.
Flex Sanders, Chenault, Chark, or Higgins.
I'm still going with Miles Sanders.
I'm going to go with the running back every time there, yeah.
Yep, give me the touches.
Kevin Lefebvre, Julio, OBJ are wide receivers. Fulgham, Beasley, or Higgins is the flex.
I'm leaning either towards Fulgham or Beasley here. I mean, my inner self says the Beasles, but the way that Travis Fulgham is just now a big part of this offense is something you can't really ignore. He's just got the more difficult matchup, so I probably lean towards Beasley.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Fulgham because I do think that I could see Marcus Peters being locked up more so on Hollywood Brown. I'm sorry, on Greg Ward. So I could see Fulgham kind of having that space there. So I'm gonna go Fulgham.
Blake Ward, Allen or Murray?
I have Kyler Murray as my quarterback 1 this week.
I have Josh Allen as number 2, and Murray is not number 1. So give me Josh Allen.
You're not my friend now either.
And who should I use as my RB2 this week? Lindsey or Swift? That's Lindsey for me.
Yep, I'm going.
Yeah, Lindsey. It's Lindsey, but I love me some Swift. But yeah, give me Lindsey to be safer.
Ingram or Tanyan? Ingram has more upside this week. Tanyan's safer.
Give me Tanyan.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tanyan too.
Gunther Rowe was offered a trade. Kittle, Jackson, and Carson for Murray, Hunt, and Hopkins. Yay or nay? I'm taking, if that's Kyler Murray, if that's what that is, I'm taking Murray, Hunt, and Hopkins over Kittle, Jackson, and Carson.
Murray, Hunt, Hopkins, Kittle. As long as you have another tight end that's solid, then yeah.
Give me Murray, Hunt, Hopkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Alley, who do I start, Ryan or Stafford?
Stafford.
I'm going with Stafford.
I agree. Keep it up, fellas. Love the content. 5-0, 4-1, 3-2 in the Headliners League. Keep letting it flow. LFG.
Dang.
Awesome, Brian. Ginger
Love
Fit
it.
Dad got offered Melvin Gordon and Cooper for Diggs, and I have Lindsay. Thoughts?
Got offered Melvin Gordon and Cooper for Diggs.
I think it's pretty fair, but man, would I have a difficult time trading Stephon Diggs right now.
Yeah, I think I want to keep Diggs, even though it is fair.
Mm-hmm.
I would make the trade if I were you.
Ray, Robert Woods, Robbie Anderson, or Juju?
Just one?
I believe so.
Personally, I'm going to go with Robbie Woods, Bobby Trees.
Yeah, I'm going to go Woods, but I have Robbie Anderson right underneath him.
Mm-hmm.
I have JJSS right in front of Bobby Trees this week. He's my must start. And then Murray or Allen this week. One of you is Murray, the other one is Allen, correct?
Yep. I'm Murray, he's Allen.
Who do I have higher?
Yeah, maybe you can be the deciding factor.
I have Kyler Murray. Number 1 overall.
There you go.
That's shenanigans.
Hey, Chris.
Suck it.
I can't say it right now. Yeah. All Rise 99. Would you trust in starting Julio Jones? Do I trust it? No. But if I don't have a significantly better play, I'm not going to sit him for some garbage off the waiver wire either.
Yeah.
No, I'm starting him. If it means I have to pick somebody up off of waivers, I'm absolutely starting Julio Jones.
Bryce Betch.
What'd you call him?
What?
Betch?
That's not nice.
It's BETSCH.
He's a supporter.
Betch.
Watch your tongue, young man.
Betch. I feel like I have to enunciate to make sure I don't say something else accidentally. Bryce Betch. Need one wide receiver and one flex. Higgins, Cook, Swift, and Chenault.
One wide receiver, one flex.
Higgins, Cooks, Swift, Chenault.
I mean, personally, this sounds crazy because I never thought I'd say these two names together, but I'm going to go with Chenault and Swift.
I'm also going Chenault and Swift. Absolutely.
Livingston Lynn, what's good? And a full PPR pick 2. Galladay, Julio, OBJ, AJ Brown, Parker, and CD. Ugh, that's so many options.
Pick 2. So Galladay is going to be one of them, right? Do we agree on Galladay?
Yes.
Hands down.
Julio out the door. We have too many good options for Julio.
Yeah. So that leaves us OBJ or AJ Brown or Devontae Parker.
Yes, all three of those guys are higher than CD Lamb for me.
Yes. So
yeah, AJ Brown for me.
Yeah, give me AJ Brown also.
I gotta see something here real quick.
You look it up.
I've got OBJ right in front of AJ Brown. I like the matchup with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's giving up a ton of points to wide receivers this year. And then Parker is hanging out. Oh my gosh. I've got OBJ at 19, Brown at 21, Parker at 22.
Wow. So all right there together.
Adam Spizman in a PPR 8-man start, 1 at the flex. DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks, Gesicki. I'm starting DJ Moore.
Yep.
Over who?
Over Brandon Cooks and Mike Gesicki.
Oh, absolutely DJ Moore.
He has Cooks currently in. And then also thoughts on his running backs. Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
This week, you're absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
Actually, I mean, we got what? Jonathan Taylor and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Jonathan Taylor and CEH. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Will Wunsch in a flex, full PPR, James Robinson or Chris Godwin?
I'm going James Robinson. I still think it's safer.
Mm-hmm.
Love James Robinson this week.
Carl Anderson with the 2-bomb. Appreciate you, Carl. All Rise 99. Pick 3. Amari Cooper, Tyler Boyd, Kenny Galladay, Amari Cooper again, Terry McLaurin, and Standard.
He really wants us to pick.
Wait, how did he get Amari Cooper twice?
I really want you to pick Galladay, Cooper. Tyler Boyd, and Terry McLaurin. I'm not playing Amari Cooper this week unless I have to.
And because you are the ultimate Amari truther, there's not a bigger Amari truther on this planet than you. And the fact that you're saying that you're not going to start him is enough for me to say there's a reason for that. So yeah, I agree.
No, I will say this. The only other Amari truther that I know of is Peter Jennings, and that's about it. It's Kyle and Peter Jennings, and that's it.
Peter Jennings can suck it, okay? Because I am a much bigger.
Wow. I'm pretty sure Peter Jennings has lost a lot more money playing Amari in DFS.
Yes.
Peter, come and get it. Let's go, boy. Bigger Amari truther than you. You got nothing, Pete. Wow. Old Petey. That's right. I don't even call you Peter Jennings. I'm going to call you Old Petey. I'm going to disrespect you like that.
Wow. The guy's old.
I'm kidding, Peter. I call it. We hang out.
No, it's joking. He is joking because Kyle's much older. So
I call him PJ. Daniel Flores was offered a trade. Should I trade away Miles Sanders, Ben Roethlisberger, CeeDee Lamb, and T.Y. Hilton for Lamar Jackson, DK Metcalf, and Robert Woods? Yes, 100%. Hurry up and do it before the trade goes away.
Smash that accept button.
Just smash it.
Let's try to get through the rest of these super chats here real quick. Adam Zinzelmeyer, Drake, Parker, Crowder, Boyd, Henderson, pick 2 in a PPR. Let's Parker and Crowder for me.
Yeah, and being that it's a PPR, I don't hate Parker Crowder.
Absolutely. Love
Jay
the Crowder
Hawley,
call.
trade Robbie Anderson for David Johnson. I'm not doing that. Robbie Anderson's been way too good.
It depends. It depends on what your running back depth looks like, but I love the 1-for-1 trade.
If you've lost some guys to injury or something, you don't have a choice, then I don't hate it.
I would if you have Robbie Anderson and David Johnson as the offer you're getting right now, I shop Robbie Anderson around to the rest of your owners in your league and make sure that is the best you can get.
Yeah.
Michael Catanzaro, 12-team standard, pick 3. Ingram, Harris, and Hardman. Well, those are the only 3, Michael.
Those are 3.
Did he mean?
I'm gonna go with those 3.
Let's rank them. For me, it's Hardman, Ingram, and Harris.
Hardman, Ingram, Harris. In a standard?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Standard, I would just flip Hardman and Ingram, but yeah.
Carl Anderson wants to know Schultz, Hurst, or Ebron. It's Ebron for me this week.
Listen to the whisperer.
Yep.
Austin Klein, Amari, or Chase Claypool this week, asking for a friend. I'm playing Chase Claypool.
I have a feeling the whole asking for a friend thing means he's like playing against one of us in the Headliners League.
Tell your friend Claypool.
Unless you're playing me, then start Amari.
Big Shaq. Trade Madison, Claypool, and Bell for Gaskin and Taylor. I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not doing that either.
No. Tony McGinley, Julio, Jefferson, or Gibson in a PPR flex. I'm going to go with Jefferson.
Yep, I will too.
He's already starting Hill and A-Rob.
Yeah, I'll go with Jefferson.
BJ,
I'll say Jefferson
flex.
just over Gibson.
What?
I'm sorry. I didn't know if you wanted my opinion or not.
Go ahead and give it, Chris.
No, I'm done. Whatever. Cool.
I kept doing this to Ethan too. I would get in a role where I would ask Jake, and as soon as his voice was done, like normal, I would just go into the next question.
You're the worst dad ever.
Who do you want, Chenault or Lindsay?
Lindsay.
Chris?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. No, Lindsay. Yeah.
Brandon Shores, grade the trade CEH and Montgomery for King Henry. If you got King Henry, I'll give you a B+ on it.
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Depends. I mean, hopefully you still have enough depth since you just gave away 2 running backs.
Daniel, Dalton, or Big Ben? That's Big Ben for me this week.
It's still Big Ben this week. Yeah,
absolutely Roethlisberger.
Burton or Ebron, tight end and a half PPR. It's Ebron for me, barely.
But barely.
Yeah.
Derek Just, Adrian Peterson, or Damian Harris in a full PPR.
Neither, but I'll gamble on Harris.
I would say I'm going to take Damian Harris because I do think that Swift is going to start to take over that backfield in Detroit.
Jacoby Barron, pick 3 wide receivers: Ridley, Jefferson, Harmon, Higgins, and Kirk. That's Ridley, Jefferson, and Kirk for me.
100% easily.
Yep.
Alan Y, thanks you guys. Y'all are amazing. Everyone. Appreciate it, Alan. Running back, CEH, David Montgomery, and Hunt. Wide receivers, Julio Hill, Allen Robinson, Galladay McLaurin. Who to start and flex? I don't know how many people you need, though, Alan, so I'm not sure. Ranking them in order at wide receiver, I am definitely getting Galladay, Allen Robinson, and Hill into my lineup in any way possible. Yep. And then CEH, Hunt, and Montgomery in that order for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can just decide how many you need for your flex play or your wide receiver role. I don't know how many you need either.
Easy Eddie 32, 12-team PPR, 3-2. Quarterback is Brady. Running back, Sanders, Mixon, Hunt, Freeman, Kelly, and Pirine. Wide receivers, A-Rob, Julio, Chark, Deontay Johnson, Chenault, T. Higgins, tight end, Henry. Like it, look to trade. What are we doing with that roster?
I mean, hate it.
Personally, I'm waiting to see what Julio does over the next couple of weeks. If you have any issues with him, then I might be looking to try and add a wide receiver.
Yeah, because you got Julio, you got Chark, and you got Deontay Johnson. 3 guys dealing with injuries. If you can get them healthy, you're totally set.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't give up just yet.
No, I agree.
Anson Lynn, which side? Nuke or Taylor and Juju?
So you get Hopkins on one side or Taylor and Juju on the other?
Yes.
Is that what
Chris, stay here because we're going to wrap it up soon anyway.
Okay.
Chris may have just texted us and said he has to go pee, and I told him no.
No.
And when's the last time you ever said no to your dad? Like, you
wow.
Sit and listen to what he says.
That's right. All right, we'll pick it up then a little bit. We'll say, so Hopkins on one side, Taylor or Juju on the other side. If you're in desperate need of a running back, then I do it. If you're not, and Taylor's like your number 3-4 running back, then I just keep Hopkins.
Yeah, I'm okay with getting that Taylor side. I think that his touches will increase as the season goes on.
And thoughts on Crowder the rest of the season? In PPR, I mean, at worst, he's a low-end wide receiver too.
Yeah.
Who else are they going to throw the ball to?
Nobody.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jay Hawley 203, Dobbins or Pirine this week? We've seen it with Dobbins. I'm going with Dobbins.
Yeah, give me Dobbins over anything in the Jets offense other than Crowder.
Tashawn Ali, Jonathan Taylor or James Conner this week in a PPR?
I'm looking. Connor is I have Connor at number 10, so I got James Conner a couple spots higher.
I'm going to go with JT just because I have him in top 6 right now.
Ooh, ballsy.
I gotta break the tie then. Hold on. I have got James Conner higher. Breaking the tie.
Come on.
Jonas Fisher. Stafford, Big Ben, Newton, or Minshew this week?
Stafford, Big Ben, Newton, or Minshew. Right now, I have Stafford as the highest by 1 spot.
I got Minshew higher.
You do.
Stafford for me. How much do you think Will Davis eats into CMC's workload? I'm a little bit worried because he's done fantastic. I don't think he eats in that much. Once CMC comes back, it's going to be the CMC of old. Will Davis see the field a little bit more? Probably, but I don't think CMC is not going to be a top 5 running back anytime soon.
No.
And also, they're saying that CMC might not come back until week 8. So you still have another couple weeks of Mike Davis.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy Eddie 32, grade this trade. I sent James White and OBJ for Julio. I don't mind it. I probably wouldn't have traded for Julio right now, but if Julio's healthy, it's pretty fair value.
Yeah, you need Julio to get healthy. You need him to be healthy and not just be a decoy.
Holy cow, the super chats just keep coming in. We are going to start wrapping it up in a minute here, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as we get through these,
so can I pee or no?
No. Samuel okay. 19, pick 3: Crowder, Lamb, Godwin, Moore, and Parker.
Moore, Parker, and Crowder.
Moore, Crowder, Parker. Yeah, absolutely.
Anthony DeNicola, Moore, Robinson, Jerry, Chark, Kirk, Tim Patrick, Fuller, Mixon. Holy crap. Just a second.
How many do we have to pick?
He wants to know if we're trading Aaron Jones for Mixon and Fuller. He has Mixon and Fuller. His running backs, Zeke, Justin Jackson, Moore, A-Rob, Jerry, Chuck. I'm going to take the Aaron Jones for Mixon and Fuller side.
I'm going to say stay with Jones, yeah.
Yeah, he wants to get Jones, so I would trade Mixon and Fuller to
absolutely.
Get Jones.
If you can get Aaron Jones, yeah.
For Moore and Connor. Who should I start?
Got an offer for Moore, Connor.
I'm sorry, Anthony. I don't get that last part. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I for your running backs, you got Zeke and Mixon.
Yeah.
For your wide receivers, You got
Moore and A-Rob
this week.
Or for me, it's Kirk and A-Rob this week.
And then you have, for your quarterback, you got Herbert's on a bye, so you got Minshew. So Minshew's your quarterback. Jonnu Smith is your tight end. And then if you have to flex one of them out of what's left over, I would flex the opposite. So we said A-Rob, Moore, and Kirk. Whichever one you don't put at wide receiver, I put at flex.
Yeah. Jay said, did you skip my super chat questions? We haven't skipped any, so I'm not 100% sure. You may have missed it. Anthony DeNicola. Wait. Hold on. The super chats just keep coming. Chris, go pee if you need to. Israel Trejo, 12-man full PPR. Damian Harris,
he just leaves.
Damian Harris, Swift, or Pre-Ryan. Also, should I trade Chase Edmonds for Robert Woods? Yes, definitely trade Edmonds for Woods, 100%. Yes. And then in a full-man PPR or a 12-man full PPR, Harris, Swift, or P-Ryan.
In a full PPR, I'm going to go Swift because he's really the only one of that group that's involved in a passing game.
Carter, should I trade DK for Julio and Claypool? I'm not. I'll keep DK.
Just keep DK Metcalf right now. I mean, don't trade for Julio until we know. I mean, it's not a bad trade by any means, though.
Anna says, next time Chris is on, can we make him play Edward 40 hands?
Wow. And he wasn't even here to hear it. That's awesome.
I don't know. We can think of something, though. Andrew Cummings, and he probably plays that on his own anyway. Yeah. So Andrew Cummings, pick 3 in a full PPR. Fuller, Claypool, OBJ, or Scary Terry.
Pick 3. So I would go... I think the safest options, being that you have plenty of good options, is Fuller, Claypool, and OBJ.
Anthony DeNicola says, how do I get a private link, or how do I get the private link?
If you're talking about Discord,
yeah,
is the only link I can think of. That's through Patreon. The link is down below. You sign up as an MVP on Patreon, and you'll get a link to Discord.
Blake Ward, full PPR. Chenault, Edelman, or Swift? Pick one. That's Edelman for me this week.
Edelman for me.
Derek Just, my wide receivers are Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, CeeDee Lamb, Christian Kirk. I have Cook out and Eckler on IR. I need running backs. What wide receivers do I package and what running back do I trade for? Derek, I appreciate the donation, but it's hard to answer that type of question. Taylor's in the chat. Sorry I'm late, but Roll Tide. It's hard to answer that question because I don't know. I don't know who's available in your league. I don't know your full roster. I don't know other rosters. I don't know anything like this. So this is my best advice to you. Tell your entire league that you need a running back and that you have wide receivers to trade, and then see what offers come to you first and then start to work through them that way. That is the best way to start trade talks so you don't sell somebody low. But unfortunately, I just can't tell you, oh yeah, package these guys for this guy, because I don't know what your rosters look like or anything like that.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. I mean, without knowing entire rosters and entire leagues, it's so hard to say who to go after because it's all going to depend on maybe there's somebody out there that's wide receiver needy. Okay, if they're wide receiver needy, what do they have extra of that you can take? So just take a look around for stuff like that.
Alec tossing out a $3 donation. Appreciate it, Alec. Jay Hawley 203. Give Anderson to get Mike Davis and Higgins. No, I'm keeping Robbie Anderson. I am not going for that. Own CMC. That's probably why he's trying to get him. Eckler, Gibson, Jackson, Dobbins. You're selling.
If that's his only running backs, I think he has to make the trade because he doesn't have anything else.
Yeah, I would personally rather try to shop Anderson a little bit first.
I mean, yeah,
because what you're doing is you're trading Anderson. You're trading Anderson, a guy that you can start every single week, for Mike Davis and Higgins. And Higgins, yeah, you could start, but you're not getting the upside Anderson has. And as soon as CMC gets back, you're not starting Mike Davis anymore. So you're basically trading a wide receiver 1 for 2 guys that you're not going to be able to play every single week very soon anyway. So if you need to add a running back, I would look to add somebody that you could play every single week when CMC comes back.
Yeah, you have Mike Davis for like 2 more weeks, 3 more tops, and that's about it.
Oh, welcome back, Chris. Daniel, please trade and advice if leave as is or trade something. So Big Ben, Hopkins, Godwin, Zeke, Connor, Ebron, Mike Davis on the bench, Keenan Allen, Gaskin, Pollard, Murray, and Bell. That's a pretty good lineup right there. Hopkins and Godwin both awesome wide receivers. You got Keenan Allen on the bench. You've got excellent depth plus upside at running back. Maybe you try to trade, maybe look at trading Gaskin for maybe a little bit of an upgrade at tight end because all you have is Eric Ebron, but look into that a little bit.
I was just going to say, if you're in a full PPR league, try to move Gaskin because he's been an absolute just reception machine this year.
You could also contact the CMC owner with Mike Davis and maybe try to trade Mike Davis and Gaskin for an upgrade there.
Yeah.
Jacoby Barron, one flex, Hardman, Higgins, Gaskin, Edmonds, and P. Ryan and a half PPR.
I'm going with Gaskin.
Give me Gaskin.
The CV gun says 1,100 likes, LOL. We took way too long to get to 1,100, unfortunately. Yeah. Max Hammerman, start David Johnson or Ronald Jones.
David Johnson.
Yep.
Colsey TTV, PPR need to. Devonta Freeman, Mark Ingram, or Adrian Peterson in a 14-team league.
For 2, I'm going to go with Freeman and Ingram.
I was going to go Freeman Ingram, yeah.
It's the Teddy Bear 4-loss streak. Need more upside this week. Pick 3. So the most upside out of Julio, Crowder, Jefferson, Claypool, Slayton, and A.J. Brown. For me, it's Crowder, Claypool, and Brown for most upside.
I don't know if I could sit Justin Jefferson.
The only reason I think Claypool has more upside than Jefferson is because Claypool is competing with Juju, but they're not both competing on the outside.
Who said I was going to sit Claypool?
The plot thickens.
No, I mean, personally, if it's me, I go Justin Jefferson, Chase Claypool, and A.J. Brown if you're looking for pure upside.
I'm going A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Chase Claypool.
Fisted Waffle 22, Graham, Gesicki, Ebron in a standard. It's Ebron for me, barely.
Yeah, I got Gesicki a little higher.
I'm gonna go Gesicki.
Nathan Wybe, Hawkinson, Gesicki, or Tanyan this week. Gesicki is highest for me.
Yes,
Gesicki.
Agreed.
All right, let's get out of here.
And then we got Blake Ward too. Did you get Blake Ward? Allen or Murray? I got Murray higher. Chris has Allen higher. Kyle has Murray higher. 2-1 Murray to Allen.
And by the way, I'm not doing Edward 40 hands. I would lose immediately.
And who should I use as my RB2 this week? Lindsey or Swift? I got Lindsey a little bit higher.
Lindsey, yeah.
And then Ingram or Tanyan? I'm personally going to go Tanyan.
I'd go Tanyan for the upside.
Yep. And then Samuel Martin, Chubb Nation, he says, I have Edelman, Marquise, Hollywood Brown, Justin Jefferson, Gibson, Drake. Who do I play in a full PPR? I don't know how many you need. If you can only choose one of those guys, I will gamble and go with Justin Jefferson. If you want to play it safer, Julian Edelman.
I'd say
Edelman
Jefferson.
For me.
Yep.
Alec, PPR flex, Swift, Marvin Jones, Zach Moss, Tim Patrick.
Swift.
Jake, let's get it out of here before more come in.
Okay, hey, we greatly appreciate all the support tonight. We've answered questions now for 2 hours and 43 minutes. It is 11:45 here on the East Coast. It's my son's birthday, and I need to go out there before he goes to bed. Blame it on me if you want to, but I got to go be somewhat of a good dad here. Remainder of the day.
And there's
Chris,
no gaming.
It's way past my bedtime, so
yeah, it's past
there's
his bedtime.
Nothing on the gaming channel tonight. I know we've done that the last couple of weeks. We can't do it tonight because my internet is out, and the only reason I'm on Zoom right now is because I'm using my hotspot on my phone. So
exactly. But we greatly appreciate the support. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good luck this weekend. Good luck with all the games tomorrow. We look forward to talking to you guys next week. And for myself, Kyle, and Chris, you guys have a good one.
Chris sucks.